What up, everyone? Switch Down Player, and with Game Guy and Roy the Great.
Uh, Dude, I'm so.
And the song I played before the start stream was not country. It was actually more than anything from Has Been Hotel, where more Charlie and her dad, Lucifer, singing together. It's a pretty good show. It's it's you can not see it on actual TV though. It's more like on Prime Video. Um, it is actually been revealed that Has Been Hotel is in production for the second season. And Visit Pop, the creator of the Has Been Hotel, it's predicted that the show might be released within the next, what is that, it will be taken 1.5 years to complete the first season, or the second season. But I recently came across something that I was not prepared for. It's going to be a third and a fourth season. That even planned for the third and the fourth season of Has Been Hotel, despite there had even been there's still been working on the second season and even had even released yet. And that it's surprising. And another surprising is that the second season will also have 8 episodes, since the first one did kind of have 8, but they also uh, the first episode wasn't actually released in. Yeah, Jaden, you can join in if you want to. The first season episode wasn't actually released earlier this year, but technically the first official pilot episode was released back in 2019. So it was 4 years between the first pilot episode until the actual first season. Even though the first season was supposed to be released just a bit earlier, but there were some issues. So the show was it was been delayed, and I'm looking forward to see how the second season will be um, bring us. At least I know of that it will bring more of Charlie's uh, position, not as the daughter of Lucifer, or not her as the heir to the throne, one more like as a personality, like with likewise. Her mother, Lilith, wasn't even shown in it throughout the entire season. It was only in a brief part in a more than anything song when she was shown, but her face was blurry. She made her actual appearance in the final episode of season 8, episode 8. But the fact that she was the queen of hell, she was actually in heaven for some unknown reason. She somehow gained access to heaven, but it wasn't even explained how. Presumably, it will be released or revealed in the second season of Has Been Hotel. But yeah, but I'm actually looking forward to see more of season 2 and season 3 and 4. They have been revealed of some information what's going to happen in season 2. Um, a new resident at that new rebuilt hotel named Baxter. He is an anglerfish demon. And Serpentius, the snake demon that was somehow redeemed and now is an angel, is also going to be focused on more like how he ended up being held in the first place. There were, even though they are known when each particular character died, like Alistair died in 1930s, Nifty and Nifty in 1950s, and sure, it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna be in it.
Nah.
Was Jalen, who turn on his microphone there. So yeah, I know for a fact that even Has-Been Hotels has a
Mm-hmm.
spin-off, Hell of a Boss. Um, it was revealed that was going to be 4 seasons, and the fourth season is the final one. I was assumed maybe it's gonna could be more, but it turned out the creator Visi Pop is firm that the fourth season is the final one. But I wouldn't be surprised it could be another spin-off series based on both. I mean, after all, the first episode of the pilot episode of Has Been Hotel, it really is really the most viewed of all episodes totaled. Since that first was released on YouTube 2019, and if I remember correctly, it's about 111 111 million views on the pilot episode. That's insane. And also, it's the first fans of fan made series that actually draw attention to the uh, literally by television media. They wanted to made turn the whole series into an actual TV show. It's not the first one that actually made that. The second one that I know as far as is Annoying Orange. That one did actually had its own TV show back in it was at least a couple of years ago, but I never saw it since it was never even broadcast over here. If I was probably seeing it, probably on YouTube. I mean, Annoying Orange is a fun character, and even annoying, but who knows? But anyways, do you guys have seen any of the Lord of the Rings?
Guess what?
Nope, you haven't. Uh,
No. Well,
yeah,
we're
and
gonna get those.
just
We're gonna get the dice out of retirement. That means.
well, I can say right now, these questions won't be include nothing from the movies. Any those questions are not being based on any events from the actual movies, but well, technically not directly from the movies, but mostly from the books. And I heard, or at least read, that might be a Lord of the Rings reboot 2026. The first and the second movie might be even be that. But who knows? It might be even be that. I also know that the actor who played Gandalf during production, I think it was the first or the second movie, he literally fell asleep. Not in the during production when they were recording for one of the scenes, but in it between takes, he was like sitting there like it's like, and the staff behind the director like Gandalf is sleeping or some of those lines. uh, so yeah, and you might be surprised of how much the actual lore behind Lord of the Rings, with all the creatures, monsters, adventures, encounters, and I mean, in the first three movies, they were actually taking place in the third age. Well, technically, but in the third, near the end, it marked the fourth. According to the creator, the author of this book series, he maybe have thought of that the fifth and the sixth season or age, or even the seventh age, could have been taking place were roughly to equal to as 1950s or something like that. Even though, even though there is one book that JKK G.R. Tolkien never completed. Unfortunately, he passed away before he were unable to complete his final book. So, but not surprising that some of his actual kids, or one of his actual children, literally helped with the production of the three movies. They were somehow involved in the production. So yeah, Jaden, are you wanna gonna play or just gonna watch? I mean, it's up to you. It's basically I ask the questions, and if there's teams, that will be both of them will answer if each different question answer
We
different
ain't done
answer.
teams in forever, my god.
Yeah, and but if there but isn't but if there's an uneven number like now, like you the brothers and you, for example, there
Yeah.
would have been there would have been there would be Roy against his brother and against you. But that depends if you want to play though. If you just want to watch, that's fine. Some of us actually had just been watching, just listening to that. So, anyways, yeah, I think we can start since Malachite is not gonna join in since he's gonna be out. So, yeah, I also been currently been working on well, technically still working on this new story that's Robert Freeman. Oh, bye, Jaden. Robert asked me to do Starlight for Twilight. He never told me exactly how long he wanted the story to be or what he wanted to be part of the story, except for one detail that Twilight proposing to Starlight on a yacht. That was surprising that he even suggested that. In fact, I didn't even thought of that's basic idea. So yeah, I felt like why not? And currently it's about 40 minutes long, give or take. I'm about just think between 30 and 32 minutes long in the story. So that's going to be interesting to see how it will turn out. Are you Knuckleheads ready?
Oh god, I hope so.
Even though it was originally supposed to be in Kim Possible as a quiz, but I thought why not to do a Lord of the Rings, at least something more like a challenge, you know?
Challenge my ass. We're using the dice.
I mean, otherwise, even if you didn't use
The
the
dice, good
dice,
sir.
I
Yep.
mean, even if you didn't use the dice, it would still have been a challenge for you guys, wouldn't it?
It's a challenge
I mean,
with the dice.
think about it. The first time when you guys did when you and your brother was doing the Star Wars quiz, you
Well, I
really get
used
all
it.
of
You didn't use it, but I
yeah,
used it.
exactly.
And I ended up winning.
And Roy did win anyways, despite that didn't know nothing
No,
at
I
all.
won,
You did?
didn't
I
I?
thought what your brother did,
I
but
don't even think I was there. Was
um,
No, you were. I think you were there, but
yeah, I
I
believe you
think
were.
I won because my luck decided. Why not? You know.
Yeah, but I can say this: even you guys has never seen any of the Star Wars, but you cannot. I mean, you really can't not even know some of the iconic characters like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Han
We know
Solo,
the
Chewbacca.
basics, basically.
Yeah, some of the basic canon characters is more understanding. But considering Star Wars is a broad franchise, spanned for several movies, several TV shows, live actions, and CGI and cartoon version, and it still brought new characters, new alien species, and all that. It's kind of interesting to see actually how that things, how it's. really brings us. I mean, there are another very broad sci-fi series is Star Trek. It has been around since the 60s. There, I think it's over.
Oh,
I think it's 10 series of this total, and more is planned to be made. Many movies, and yeah, that's a lot of it. I think I've seen basic all of the Star Trek series except for Strange New Worlds. Well, maybe just one episode or two, but yeah, but basically it's just that. And when it comes to Lord of the Rings, it's only three live action movies. Uh, well, actually from the Lord of the Rings series, but Hobbit, it's I think it's a three or four live action Hobbits in the series, but there is actually I think it's one or two cartoon movies of the Lord of the Rings, but those were actually made back in the 1970s, and they were actually not even involved
Sounds like
the
someone's playing a Switch
actual
game.
Lord of the Rings series, more like the Hobbit.
Maybe.
It's yeah, it's an interesting though. Anyways, who's gonna go first?
hmm,
That
I
depends.
don't know. And yeah, that depends.
Well, I mean, if you want to play those, Jaden,
Mm.
I mean,
Wait, play
you don't
what
have to.
exactly?
Gameshow stream is something I came up with based on the Super Millionaire. I ask the questions like A to D questions as different topics, and usually my friends is the one to contest the is the one to take a part of this questions game, and they answer the
Wow.
question to get a point. Something like that. If there are more people in this, there usually would have been teams. But if there's an uneven number, it usually is like now, like for example, if you were taking part, it would be first game guy, Roy, and you, in that order. But oh, bye, Eden. So well, who go first? You and your brother. I probably would suggest high and low on the dice, just in case.
We'll do whoever gets higher on the dice because we have both of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, you know
Yep.
what? Let's do lowest. Let's do lower.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever gets lower. All right. If you give me a 20, I swear to God, 15. Well, I think you're gonna beat that. Not really beating it. It's being. Oh my God! Stop.
15.
I got a 20. Well, that means I go home first. It's a weird way to do it.
um.
We've never done lower before.
Oh, Robert.
Well,
Speaking of
well,
devil, about your story, yeah, I can tell right now it's
you
actually
can be a
being
little
working
more.
on.
Yeah, I don't like how you like wording
Um,
that.
Robert, I actually been working on a story. It's I hoping it will be finished either today or maybe as early as tomorrow. It's at the moment
Oh,
it
speaking of
looks to be
stories,
as
I had to work on. I had to start working on Malchites.
it might look to be
Mm.
be around 40 minutes long. It might be a little bit more than that. I didn't find
Need more
any of the
ideas.
kids on the story, but my girlfriend Figolis, she found at least six kids for Starlight, and yeah, it's gonna be made with text and music, and still working on it. Currently, it's built between 30 and 32 minutes long in a text and story in the story, so it might be finished early tonight. Well, for me, it might be in later, but I'm not working on it while I'm streaming. Just so you know. but it will be uploaded on August 9th, as you asked for. It's yeah, I wasn't really I wasn't really known for how long this story is gonna be. It's at first I was planning for maybe 20 minutes long, but ended up in almost twice as that length. But I mean, longer the more, better than this. So it's yeah, let's hope that this will turn out. But the music is not in the story at the moment. I always add the music to the last. So as you know, so the story is being worked on, and it's gonna take a little bit just more time to fix it. And after that's finished, I will go back to do some other stories I put aside, since this story is had the moment top priority to being finished. I'm surprising that one of my other viewers, Cutie Fox, that has a birthday in September, September, hasn't even approached me with her stories to be made, with some that she actually did that last year and the year before that. So who knows? So I told myself if she doesn't reach out to me within the next couple of weeks or so, I will make the story for her on my own. Anyways, yeah, if anyone else want to join in the stream, want to play, or just want to talk to us, or just want to watch, I put the link in the comments so anyone can join in if they want to. Anyways, so since Game Guy Win started, so number one, how long did the first age in the Middle Earth lasted until the next one? A. 400 years. B. 500 years. C. 800 years. Or D. 600 years. Huh? Jaden is back.
It's already going to use damn dice. Listen, we neither of us know anything about this, so I kinda have to. We kinda have to. It needs to happen. That's a good way to start it. Alright. D final.
D. 600.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding. Exactly. D. 600 years.
Ain't no way. Get out of here. That's what they're gonna call it. If you manage to win this because of the damn dice, I'm gonna lose it.
Well,
It's happened before. Oh my goodness.
anyways, number two, hard question for you, Roy. Bilbo
1 point.
Baggins had Bilbo Baggins had lived a long life, and how old was he when he passed away? A. 131 years. B. 125 years. C. 122 years. Or D. 115 years.
122 is kind of specific. I'm gonna go with that. C final.
C. Wrong. Exactly. A.
Yeah.
131 years.
I'll go.
Ah damn.
Yeah, let's go with C, bro. Let's go with
Well,
C.
you can't go until it's your turn. It's your turn
Yeah.
right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because
he
I
was
went and
actually,
Kyle went, and now you're gonna go.
yeah. And Jada's mic was a bit glitching, and his profile isn't even there anymore. Oh, bye, Jaden.
Weird stuff. Hey,
Robert
bro.
asks if Robert said if you choose a chip for Cozy Glow, which one do you think is better, Cozy Glow with Diamond Tiara or Fairy Heart? Personally, as we know, Cozy Glow normally would not have been considered to be redeemed or at least reformed. But since I actually had done Cozy Glow with Flurry Heart as a story already, but put it aside. Um, Cozy Glow with Diamond Tiara or Cozy Glow or Flurry Heart. Oh, well, it normally would something like Flurry Heart. I mean,
I'd
she's a
take one.
royal, but um, I it's kind of a a bit high here, but I had to say Flurry Heart with Cozy Glow. And I actually is planning for some other stories of the Cozy Glow and character. And Robert even asked me once um, if I would do any series, an auto series based on where Starlight is reforming Chrysalis and or Cozy Glow. But according to some of my friends, it might not sound a good idea. They don't believe that she even wanted gonna be reformed or but yeah, I don't even know for certain at that point since even if there will be another series of Coastal Globe being reformed, yeah, I mean it's potentially could happen, but just at the moment, I don't know. I mean, I got so many other things to do. I mean, so many tons of stories, and currently, even I have an audio series that I'm supposed to be working on, but I haven't for a couple of weeks. So, reason? I just been damn lazy to do that. I'm not joking though. I am a lazy person, so it's no joke. Anyways, since Roy went, next would be Jaden if you want to play. Jaden, or you want to play?
Yeah, I want to play.
All right.
All right.
Number
Hmm.
three. How old were Frodo when he sailed away from Middle Earth along with Bilbo, Gandalf, and the elves? A. 49 years. B. 55 years. C. 53 years. Or D. 58 years.
What? Um, um, I gotta have to say with 53. I don't even know. I wasn't even. I can't even good at remembering.
You
You
say
too?
C. You say C. They didn't exactly C. 53 years old. Yeah, I don't even remember if they actually mentioned his actual age in the movies. I don't think they actually did.
Oh, you know what that means? I have to keep track of his birthday. All right.
Since
Well, back to from
Whoa.
retirement.
and
Hey, I'm trying to keep.
since they
He's
actually
back.
made
Don't,
since they
don't,
actually made I mean since in the third movie
Has
after Sauron was defeated, they added in that after Aragon was king made the king. It marked end of the third age and start of the fourth age. So yeah, thanks to Google, but I actually never even use Google when I search for my questions. I have I actually uh several other wikias I go to. What do you think of the idea of a story Coastal Glow and Silver Spoon? Well, since technically I did one with Diamond Tiara already, so yeah, why not? But yeah. Anyways, number four for game guy. Why did Frodo leave Middle Earth along with the elves? A. He left for a solo adventure. B. To heal both physically and mentally better. Or C. He was gonna live with the elves. Or D. He wanted to die there.
damn, that last one's a little depressing. You better not give me D, I swear to God. Thank you. Alright, C final.
C.
Yup. I said C.
Wrong exactly. B. To heal both physically and mentally.
Thank goodness, I thought you were gonna actually lose it.
Hmm.
I thought you were gonna
Number
get it
five.
again.
Number five,
Hmm.
Leroy. Um, what is the name of the first beings that was created by Eru Iluvatar?
Beautiful.
This is That's a name as I don't know how to even pronounce them correctly. But either A, Ainer, B, Valar, C, elves, or D, dragons.
Swear
And
to
this is
God, I thought
actually
you
a
were gonna.
voice.
Swear to God, I thought you were gonna say
Wait,
anus.
whose question is this? Whose
This is
question
a
is this
voice
for?
question.
The best answer,
This voice.
honestly. My turn.
It's
God,
voice
Okay.
question.
that's
Yours
me.
is next
Hmm.
afterwards.
That is you. Now roll your damn dice. I tried to. It's shaking like a leaf in my hand. Don't drop it. You're gonna lose it if you do. God damn it! I got a 5. Whatever. All right. A final.
You say A, they need exactly A,
Ah,
Ainer.
hey, you
Um,
got it.
Rob,
We
and
all
for
have
Robert's
one. Okay.
question, what do you think happened to Soren's spirit after the ring was destroyed? I actually have an answer for that. Nothing. His spirit is still intact. He he was actually his spirit. You saw you seen that his the suit was somehow sucked in, like it was if suddenly the black hole had happened to appear inside his armor. The armor was like keeping his spirit intact. So after his suit was destroyed and the ring was destroyed, but his spirit is
Hmm.
still intact. But he's weakened. After the ring was destroyed, he can't return back to the physical realm as much as that he wanted to, because the ring was his final link between the physical world and the spiritual realm. If I remember that right. So basically, his spirit is hasn't been destroyed, but I believe that the author Tolkien made that that Sauron's spirit could return near to the end, but since he died before he could even finish his last book and all that, so I don't know. Um, and for Sheila Webb, yeah, um, Frodo's his wound wasn't a, wasn't like healed perfectly well enough, but I think he actually went to live there eventually. And the ship that were the elves, if I remember right, they were the final elves that left Middle Earth to a final destination. They decided to leave the Middle Earth to man because now it was a time for man to dominate the world. But yeah. Anyways, next question is for Jaden. Okay, number 6. How old were Smeagol, aka Golem, when he found the One Ring? A. 28 years, B. 33 years, C. 25 years, or D. 35 years?
Hmm. 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 I'm I'm thinking it's
Um.
35. Well, I think it's 35
Final?
because I don't know. Yep, my final answer is 35.
'Not
35.
exactly. B. 33 years.
Ah, damn.
Oh, I
By
was
the
so
way,
close.
Sheila, you can join
Yeah,
the stream if you want to. Anyone's allowed
and
to join here. I'm gonna
since
didn't
I
copy and
mean,
paste that. Hold on one second.
considering at least for one of the things that most characters never actually been mentioned by age, even though like Legolas, which is an elf, but in fact I couldn't find any source of how old he were. Some of the elves gonna be in throughout the entire franchise gonna be very old. Some can actually be as I don't know, maybe between 2 to maybe as 8,000 years old, or even more. So yeah. Number seven for Game Guy. In which locations did Smeagol find the One Ring? A. Meadows. B. Forest. C. River. Or D. Lake.
Dice it up, up, up. It'll be on fire soon. I'm getting good numbers at least. The final.
You say C?
Yeah.
Ding ding ding. Exactly C.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah. Number 8 for Roy. What is the average lifespan of the middle man? A. 100 years. B. 110 years. C. 115 years. D. 120 years.
This is B, right? Alright, hold on a second. Give me that dice. There's the dice. Now roll it. Roll your dice gently. Oh, damn, hold on a second. Wait. Don't you fall again. Alright, thank you. 9. I'm fine with that. B, final.
B. Ain't exactly A. 100 years.
Oh,
Well, technically there are several though. I mean, in this world,
Y'all me babies.
there.
Y'all me babies.
Okay,
what?
number 9. Trick question for you, Jaden. Can Aragon speak three languages? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Ding ding, exactly yes. We can.
The hell? I got my
Huh.
work cut out for me.
Robert thinks that King Sombra was based on Sauron. The Sauron. You know, Robert,
Keep
it's
an
not
eye out, by the way. I
impossible.
sent the link again to the
Yeah.
other person
I
I
just
joined, so.
guessed that. I just guessed that, and I got it right, bro. Woohoo!
Yeah. And Robert, I'm not to be surprised if that King Sombra was actually based on Sauron, the Sauron. Not so surprised if they were. Anyways, number 10 for you, game guy. How many children did Aragorn and Arwen had together? A 3, B 2, C 4, or D 5?
Please don't give me any of the answers, because then I'll get confused and will not know what I want to do. I hate this thing. I'm re-rolling. Please re-roll. Do you want me to go with 4, or do you want me to go with A? I'm a little confused here.
Hmm.
Can you reread the answers?
3, 2, 4, or 5? A was 3, B 2, C 4, or D 5?
I don't know whether or not the dice wants me to go with A or go with C, because it's landing on 4. Twice. Well, 2 times is the charm, I guess. I'm gonna roll it another time and see what happens. If it gives me another 4, I'm going with 4. So that's a 19. Well, it's either A, C, or D. I'm going with C because it gave me it twice. C final. It gave me 4 twice, I mean.
So you say 4?
Yeah.
Not exactly. C, A 3.
Well, it was right. Kind of. I like how I
Okay,
gave you an answer, technically.
number 11 for you, Roy. How old were Aragorn when he was crowned king of the kingdoms of Arnor Gondor? A A 34 years, B 88 years, C 29 years, or D 36 years.
Right here. Let's go over this way. Um, I'm gonna die. Did I see this? 5. All right, I'm fine with that. A final.
A, 34 years old. Wrong exactly. B, 88 years old. Yeah, here's the thing. Uh, Aragon looks to be that he could be in his mid 30s or his early 40s, but he's actually 88 years old by the end of the third movie. The reason is why he's so old, but he looks young, is because he had elf blood. He has part of elves' ancestry, including human ancestry. And since the elves live for such a long time, so yeah, and he is wow. I mean, despite being looking mid 30s to late early 40s, but despite that, he's way older than that, like almost twice as old. That's impressive. And Taylor's here.
Yep. Yep. Impressive,
Hey,
man. I can't
Hello.
believe it.
how y'all doing?
Oh,
Scatman's World. Scatman's World.
wait, do
Was
you
that
guys
both?
know each other?
Hmm?
Do you guys
Hello.
know each other?
I can't hear whoever's speaking because someone's mic is really loud.
That probably was me.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I think that was
Okay.
me, actually.
Well, hey, how y'all doing?
We're
Um,
doing fine. Fine. Just
Decent.
fine.
Yeah. So
not too
Lord of
bad.
the Rings,
Yeah.
is Lord of the Rings happening today or something? It said some Lord of the Rings stream.
Yep, it is. But do you want to join in, or just want to watch?
I know nothing about the Lord of the Rings. I watched the movies like I don't know 2 years ago. So I'll sit back and let y'all have this one.
Well, since
Don't worry,
this
No,
me
I
and
don't
Royal don't
know.
know what we're doing either.
What?
essentially,
No,
so
I don't know either.
but Taylor, as you know that none of these questions actually is going to be taking place in the actual movies, more like in the books.
Oh, I've not read the book.
Yeah. Oh boy, seems like Cody has like a bad day, sulking for a while. Well, Cody,
Our code or our other code?
ugh,
There we go. Man.
Cody,
It looks like somebody's having a bad day.
yeah. Cody, if you want to join in to talk about it or something, you're always welcome.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Uh,
Hey!
next question
There we
is,
are. Old
uh, but
on.
but Taylor, are you just wanna watch her or something like that? I mean, you don't have to play if you don't want to that.
I might play. I don't know. How are the? I remember some things. Is the books like the movies? I don't remember.
Something like that. It's
You know what?
basically,
You know
yeah,
what?
it's
I'll try to
basically
hop.
based on that.
Okay. You know what? You know what? I'll hop in.
All right. So next is Jane, number 12. How old were Bilbo Baggins when he met Gandalf for the first time? A,
I'm
50
sorry.
years, B, 45 years, C, 38 years, or D, 52 years.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna have to go with 50 years.
50, ain't exactly 50 years old. Okay, number 13 for Taylor or Screaming Merlin.
Yeah.
Okay, how old were Aragorn when he arrived to the elves' home of Rivendell? A, 4 years, B, 5 years, C, 2 years, or D, 1 year.
B.
B, wrong exactly. C, 2 years.
Oh, brr. There it is. I was wondering when you'd say it.
Number 14 for Game Guy. Which kind of being does the wizard Gandalf belong to? A. Valar. B. Elves. C. Ainur. Or D. Maiar.
17,9 is making me go crazy. Well, give it that. Who's echoing? Son of a!
I don't know about y'all, but I'm hearing a lot of strange things. Like, who is like so loud?
Oh, it's Jaden. That's who's echoing.
Dude, is your mic okay, man? No,
I don't know. I don't know what sound is coming from.
Are you watching from the TV in the background or your computer?
Man, the silence is peaceful.
Oh,
And he's gone.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
don't worry. But he won't be back. But anyways,
My ear.
I don't want to talk about the number I rolled.
number 1.
Yep. I got a super A. Alright. Well, if you want to give me that A so badly, A, final.
Wrong, exactly. C. Ainur. Yeah, you say Gandalf is not even human.
Is Gandalf that old looking guy with the giant white beard and the staff? Looks like a.
Yeah.
I got lagged. Lagged.
Ah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Gandalf is really old.
But, yeah, I got lagged because of it. I got kicked out because of it, bro.
Well, that sucks. Anyways, number 15 for Roy. How tall were the Fellowship? How tall were Aragon? A 6.6, B 6.4, C 6.5, or D 6.7.
Who's playing music in the background?
That was Jaden, but I'm muting for so I'm not doing that for being mean or anything. It's just so that it's easier for to be near the questions.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It also copyright.
Roy,
yeah, that's who. Yeah,
yeah, Roy, it's your turn.
I know. I got distracted from by the music. I'm dancing. Roll the dice. I get a 7. Well, I'm fine with that. That's a lucky number. B, final.
B?
7's still lucky anyway. Yeah.
Wrong. Exactly A 6.6.
Okay, draw.
Now it's number 16, which is a trick question for Jaden.
It is.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Did the Fellowship of the Ring last for 2 years? Yes or no?
I wouldn't last for 2 years, so no.
Exactly yes. Exactly no.
Oh, Sam.
How are
Jaden
you?
has 4 points.
Yeah.
Cody. You factor right because of my lucky guessing, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. Cody, what's the problem? You said earlier in the comments you were sulking. What happened? Did something bad happen?
Ooh, that's tough.
Anyways, number 17 for
That's what's going on. That's
Taylor.
Alright, ready.
Bilbo Baggins was born in the third age,
I got
but
this.
in what year was he born in that age? A. 2850, 2860, C. 2890, or D. 2820.
C, as in Charlie. C.
You go with C. They need exactly C. Um,
Yeah, yes, huh?
and Robert, yeah, you guess as better as good as mine. My knowledge of the rings, Lord of the Rings, is I have seen basically almost every. I think the first trilogy. I've seen all the Hobbits, and even seen the two or one of the. I think they made two cartoon Lord of the Rings movies back in the 70s. I've seen those, but the games never played those. The books never read them.
No,
So
dude. I forgot. I didn't even know they were. I didn't even know that they were a book until like the first, and like when I watched like the last movie. I haven't even seen all of them. I just seen what is it, the 4 or 5 original ones? I don't even remember what they're called. That's like 2 or 3 years ago.
the first, the trilogy is the first original they're made. But get this, I actually read about a month ago they're supposedly planning for a reboot of the first two, 2026. If that happens, if it depends,
See what's good for
things,
them.
yeah, things can eventually change. Mr. Tord in the chat. Hello. Anyways, number 18 for Game Guy. The Fellowship of the Ring was also known by another name. What other name was it known for? Known as A. Company of the Ring, B. Order of the Ring, C. Gandalf's Ring Company, D. Middle Earth's Ring Company.
Or E. Kovu's Ring Company. I
Huh.
always knew.
Yeah.
By the way, where is our crazed Canadian?
Mm,
I don't know.
Canadians
Oh
feel
wait,
different.
he's not in the new DM, is he?
nope.
I didn't put him in because of the
What
situation that I
happened
didn't tell
yesterday?
you
So,
about. But I'll tell you after
uh,
the stream.
yeah, it's basically it was a freaking disaster and like a drama. Yikes.
Everyone stop his favorite show to go away.
Uh,
Like all the
well,
serious stuff, and then just worst of all.
What is happening here?
Bow,
What is happening here?
bow, boom, bow, boom, bow,
Who's
boom,
echoing?
boom, bow, boom.
that will be cheating, I believe, for some
Uh,
reason. I did,
your
I
drums feel so
did,
much better.
I did check his audio and all that, and it's the echo cancellations is on, and it's nothing on from that side. So it's either that he has been watching the stream on his computer or the TV in the background that's and it's close to him. Maybe that's gonna be caused the echo. I mean, it's has happened before when like Cody was in the Dark Hawk was doing that before. So yeah, and Cody, yeah, it's death is basically is a very tough. It is such negatives. But to be honest, though, I'm not even afraid much of dying anymore. I mean, I have fully accepted this part of life, but even though I'm still part of it, scared of it, but yeah,
What was
Man,
that?
I don't know what the hell happened to you,
That was me opening a door. Sorry.
but that
anyways,
echo
Roy,
is
you're
gonna
next.
drive me insane. We'll figure that out. Anyway, roll the damn lights time.
You first of all, I hadn't even asked the question.
Second of all, it doesn't matter because I just hear it twice because of Mr. Echo over here.
Is somebody in like a cave or something? Because I'm hearing a lot of echoing over there.
Yeah, it sounds like you're gonna be in a cave, but who knows? Anyways, how many rings was created altogether? A 20, B 14, C 12, or D 18?
Is this even my question or is it Roy's?
Royce.
Alright, putting that down. Good thing you checked because I thought it was your question. Alright, I'm dancing. Rolling, rolling, rolling. The dice just keeps on rolling down the road. Oh my god, stop. We both got a 1! Oh, jeez. Alright, Super A it is. A final.
A, ding, 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 exactly. A 20.
Oh god, that works for you, but it doesn't work for me.
Howard fortunate game, right? Howard fortunate. Alright.
Take your second point.
Number 20 for Jaden.
I'm gonna get it right again.
Illuvator was the creator of the whole universe. He is known as something else. What else is known as? A, eternal creator. B, the one. C, Lord of Time. Would be timeless king.
So a bit timeless night. I'm using that.
You know, it's if Jaden
I
have
think
this,
I,
if Jaden has this problem with his microphone like in the background, he can also use the private chat to answer.
well, I think it's Shadow Creator. Shadow Creator, final answer.
Eternal creator ain't exactly B, the one.
The one. The one
Yeah.
what?
He is
The one
actually
guy.
the one god or something. But anyways, number 21. Hard question for you, Taylor.
Yeah, I got this.
Why don't I use the hard ones?
The Iluvatar is residing in one place. And what's the name of the place where he's living in? A. Eternal Halls. B. Time Halls. C. Timeless Halls. Or D. Eternity Halls.
A as an alpha.
Wrong, exactly. C. Timeless Halls. Number 22 for Game Guy. When Smeagol or Golem found the One Ring, he did kill a male from his family. Who did he kill? A. His nephew. B. His dad. C. His cousin. Or D. His grandfather.
These are more than sibling. True. But I don't want any of those to get killed either, so there you go. Don't you hit my dice, brother. I got a 2! You still got better than me, though. I got a 1. Alright, A, final.
Wrong, exactly. C. His cousin.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna put that there. I got my dice ready.
Number 20, 23 for 23 for Roy. How is Frodo related to Bilbo Baggins? A. Son. B. Grandson. C. Nephew. Or D. Cousin.
I wouldn't know this, so I'm gonna that's. He went from being depressed to just be like, "There's a video I want you to watch." Dude, I am so hungry right now. I just realized how fucking hungry I am.
You gotta take care of
You were so
yourself,
hungry.
man.
You were so hungry, you rolled the dice off the table. That's yeah. I did it twice. Damn it! Stay on the damn table. Thank you. You even got a super D out of it. D final.
You said D.
I did say D. Super
They
D.
need exactly D. He's constant.
It's, okay,
No,
so the
man,
super D and super A works for you, but not me.
Man, well, you gotta eat.
Not
Well, you gotta eat, man. As you gotta take care of yourself, bud. God gave us some kind of hands to feed
I'll
ourselves
handle
with.
it.
Well,
Dude,
to
I'll
be
be
fair,
fine. I can survive one stream without eating something. Besides, they'll probably.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also a
Yeah,
bit
besides-
hungry, so
Straight up.
I'm also hungry. But in a moment, I will take a break from this and go downstairs to grab some candy to snack on.
Have some candy.
First off, first,
God.
bye, Jaden.
Alright.
Well,
We'll
that means
keep his point just in case he
that
wins.
means
That's 4, right? Yep.
Taylor had to take the question since he's probably suddenly is gone. So number 24.
Well,
How long did Isildur have the One Ring in his possession? A 2 years, B 1 year, C 4 years, or D 5 years?
I'm gonna go strategy from Game Guy and Roy. I choose D.
Wrong, exactly. A 2 years.
well,
Gosh,
it
darn
wasn't
it.
really a strategy. We're just
And Isildur
random.
actually, this particular character, he's actually a distant relative to Aragon, like an ancestor.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he did have the One Ring in his possession for just a short time. The one that actually had the longest other than
Bruh.
Sauron, which is Gollum. He the one had
Hey,
the
guy.
longest. Yeah, we actually we skipped you there for we didn't know if you would be back or not. So
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
So,
lagging a lot lately. I've been lagging
Yeah.
lately.
but since
he's
this question
gonna have
is
to
supposed
go
to be
after Taylor, I guess.
yeah, since this question was the next question were supposed to be for Taylor otherwise, but you can take it for his students. So number 25. How
Duke,
tall were
it's fine.
But
how tall were Isildur? A 6.5, B 6.2, C 7 feet, or D 6.7?
Hey, it's not echoing anymore. Nice.
Spoken too soon.
wait, who is this for? What is this question for?
You.
That's for Jaden.
Say the answers. Say the answers again.
6.5, 6.2, 7 feet, or 6.7? This is how tall this particular character Isildur is.
No, Lucas, leave me alone. No, Lucas, get out of here. I'm doing something.
It was Lucas.
Sorry, this is my brother.
I knew he'd get out of Japan.
Mhm.
That's a Mother 3 reference? Nice.
What?
I don't get
Yeah,
it.
fucking Mother 3 reference. You just did.
Should I say?
appreciate that.
Should I? Guys, should I say 6 feet? Should I say C?
You say C?
C is my final answer.
Give it a try.
C, C, exactly C, 7 feet tall.
That would be your 5th point.
Number 26 for Game Guy. Hard question. Isildur eventually passed away by old age. How old were Isildur when he passed away? A. 234 years. B. 218 years. C. 225 years. Or D. 210 years.
Before I answer that, I have to give Jaden his 5th point. There we go. All right, give me that dice. For fun, I'm gonna say you're gonna get an 8. You were close. I got a 9. All right, B final.
You say B ain't exactly A, 234 years old.
Okay.
Cue the death battle episodes where Ash and Yu-Gi-Oh. I have just been saying this. I was never much a big fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. I did see a little bit of the original, and I did see the whole spin-off of Yu-Gi-Oh X, I believe. But other than that, even though it was not much a big fan, but I mean, I always a big fan of other ones of anime, but I give it a try to see it. But Pokemon, yeah, I'm pretty much a big fan of that. I have watched a lot of the Pokemon Horizon series, and they also going to release Part 3 on uh, on Netflix August 8th. So that's going to be something. Anyways, number 27 for Roll.
Sorry. That was just
How long did Isildur rule as the king of Gondor before he passed away? A. 110 years. B. 108 years. C. 120 years. Or D. 115 years.
What's so funny over there?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No. What is it?
No. You don't get to know.
Oh wait, I think I do know. Yeah, I accidentally clicked my camera.
So that's why it went blind. Ouch!
What?
Damn it!
Yeah, you were saying, buddy.
God damn
what
it!
happened, bro?
Damn
What happened?
The die fell on the floor again, I believe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. That's the 4th one I've gotten. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, the new game guy was such a good dice roller.
What? God damn it. Whatever.
Yeah,
I did a roll and Roy rolled it.
I guess you think your luck is
Supposed to
really
be my
rolling out
turn.
your luck.
Whose turn is it anyway? Is it my turn? Because if I did, I got another damn one.
It's Roy's.
That's what I figured. I am
I'm
Roy.
going to go to YouTube, y'all. I'll see ya.
What?
I'm going to go to YouTube.
Got it. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Hey, game guy, we can put number 1 dice roller on his tombstone. Game guy's tombstone.
Honestly, that wasn't even me that rolled it. That was Roy.
Oh, never mind.
That'll be on my tombstone, actually. I'll just, like, etch it into it while I'm dead.
Never mind.
your hand, like, comes out of the grave, and it has, like, a fucking, like a sharp rock or something like that, and you just etch number 1 dice roller. That's what I'll be known for. Anyway, A, final. Super A, man.
Actually, C, 120 years.
The super numbers didn't work out for you.
Number 28, trick question for Taylor. Are Bilbo Baggins 3.8 tall? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wrong, exactly. Only 3.6 feet tall.
Alright.
Yeah, since normally since the hobbits usually aren't that tall.
You know, I gotta
Anyways.
admit, game guy, you're actually doing better than me this time. It's shocking.
Number 29 for Game Guy. How long did Aragon rule the reunited kingdom of Arnor Gondor? A. 122 years. B. 118 years. C. 109 years. Or D. 115 years.
It's funny because he's just using the damn dice. It's not even working out that well for me. I only have 2 points. You have 3. You're doing better than me. Yeah, please.
Well, it might be
God!
changing it later on.
Roy, your bad luck is rubbing off on me. I got a 1. Well, you got a super A too. Go ahead, say A. All right, let's get this over with. A final.
A. Ding, ding, ding. Exactly A. 122 years.
Never mind. Thanks, dice. Here's how that worked out.
Number
Hi,
30.
yeah.
That can change.
Number 30 for Roy. Bilbo Baggins had a short sword named Sting, and it glows in the dark. What color does it glow in? A. White. B. Red. C. Yellow. Or D. Blue.
Hey, the dice is yellow. You immediately go for yellow because the dice is yellow. No. Let's give it another A. Well, if they give me an A, but at least they did give me a 1. A final.
Wrong, it's actually D. Blue.
They could have at least went with the color it was, which is yellow. But no, got a 5.
Well, at least one thing, it gets white, and because you are white.
Dang.
Not
Actually,
because of
I'm more tan than white.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started about my tan. I've been in Brazil too long.
That's because you spend more time outside than me. If you looked at me, I look like a fucking ghost. I'm an introvert. That's what happens.
Well, okay, yeah, okay.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
okay, you might be surprised to this though. The only thing I am normally I actually it's kind of sunburn on my feet. Like those sandals that have those stripes to span over the the cardboard on those things.
You mean Velcro?
Yeah, and there's like a section part of that sandal that is completely open for sunlight. And if I have been in the sun for too long and I remove that, it's like a brown square across on my feet. And get this, that sunburn is last. It stays on my feet year round, despite even if I'm have shoes on the rest of the year.
Dude,
I don't,
you don't
I
even
don't,
get. Oh, sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how that's possible.
Dude, you don't even get me started about my sunburns. Just don't even get me started. Yeah, I've had so many of them. I'm just used to it at this point. I guess you could say I'm really burned up, everybody.
well,
I got laugh out of one person. I'm happy.
well, to
Wow,
be fair,
yeah. Wow, that pun made me roll.
I guess you say that poem was on fire.
but to be fair, I usually don't even get sunburn since I usually stay in the shades and
I
all.
I get sunburn at least 4 times every month, maybe.
This
Huh.
guy blazes.
Anyways,
That I like.
next question is for Taylor, number
All right.
31. Elrond established his home at Rivendell as a refuge from Sauron. In which year during the Second Age did he establish it? A. 1697, B. 1655, C. 1672, or D. 1636?
B as in Bravo.
Wrong, exactly. A. 1697.
I was thinking of going for A. Darn it.
Number 32 for Game Guide. Elf's home of Rivendell was eventually abandoned during the Fourth Age, but in what year was it abandoned? A. 118, B. 112, C. 120, or D. 110?
All right, who's ready for me to get a 1 again? I am. Of course, you are.
Money, he's gonna get one. Money, he's gonna get a one. I have $1 on the table. He's gonna get one.
I
I
guess
got
that
a
even get a C.
I got a 1 with a 9 next to it. Ha! 19, bitches. I like that. A 1 with a 9 next to it. That's good.
You say one final?
No, I said 19.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind. Well, he did technically get one, so my dollar's still going back to me.
19 will be.
D. So D, final.
Excuse me. D. Wrong. It's actually C. 120.
These are more
Yeah.
than
If you
1.
guys don't know, you may wonder why can it be. I'll try to explain this. Since there has been different third age to fourth age, um, when if a new age starts, this starts with the year one. So that so let's just say the third
Oh.
age lasts for so that if the third age lasted for 3,500 years, when the fourth age starts, it will be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like to continue. No, it starts from the new age like uh, it's like it's kind of when how we start from BC to AD. It's kind of the same the principle in that. Anyways, number 33 for Game Guy. Or wait, who would? No, it was actually Roy. Sorry. Iru Ilvatar created the universe and was later known as an event. What is the name of the event when he created the universe before time began? A. Music of Time. B. Music of Anar. C. Music of the Life. C or D. Music of the Light.
That was the most. That was the loudest grab with the D20 I've ever heard, by the way. You like grabbed the piece of the table with it. I just want to do. I want to roll this damn dice. What a fitting number. Well, at least it wasn't a 1. Alright, Steve, final.
C ain't exactly B. Music of Anar.
Oh, B! Well.
Number 34 for Taylor. Isildur is related to Elrond's brother. How many generations was it between Isildur and his ancestor? A. 24 generations. B. 15 generations. C. 20 generations. Or D. 18 generations.
D is in Delta.
Not exactly A. 24 generations.
God, it's always been A for me. I'm gonna have to.
Number 35, hard question. No, trick question for Game Guy. Were Frodo and his friends away from the Shire for 183 days? Yes or no?
Say it again.
Were Frodo and his friends away from the Shire, their home, for 183 days? Yes or no?
That's a specific number, so I'm gonna say yes.
Ding, 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 exactly yes. Number 36 for Roy. Frodo was resting in Rivendell after his mission of destroying the One Ring, but how long did he rested in Rivendell? A. 3 weeks. B. 2 months. C. 1 month. D. 2 weeks.
What was that hand twirl you did when you grabbed that dice, by the way?
Oh,
I
bye,
wanted
Taylor.
to do it. I wanted to have it be fancy. Ooh, fancy. Ooh, that's fancy. Problem is, I don't know how many points he had. I think he only had 1. So, we got this back. We got the same number, by the way. I got a 19 and you got a 19. Apparently, all luck is united. I like that. Well, D final.
D.
Yep. Hey, it's back.
Yeah, here we go.
And
I'm back.
wrong, exactly. B, 2 months, which is how
Damn.
long he stayed there. Number 37 for Taylor.
All right.
During which time period did the dwarf during the first founded the house of Durin? A. First stage. B. Years of trees. C. Second age. Or D. Years of the sun.
All right. Don't fail me now. A.
Wrong, exactly. B. Years of the trees.
Darn it. All right.
Yeah, they actually have some strange names on this, but it's interesting. Number 38 for Game Guy. What is the average lifespan of the dwarves? A. 250 years. B. 220 years. C. 210 years. Or D. 230 years.
Oh yeah, you're gonna give me 13. That's not a 13. A final.
A. Ding, 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 exactly. A. 250 years.
Ah! Is this actually
Number
working
30.
for him?
Deal happening under the table, if you ask me.
Number 39 for Roy. In what year during the Second Age were the Bilbo's direct ancestor Balbo Baggins born? A. 1160, B. 1167, C. 1169, or D. 1164.
Give me that. It seems to give me a 3. Get out of here. Alright, fine. A final.
Wrong, exactly. B. 1167.
Hmm.
Number 40. Hard question for you. Hey, Taylor. Excuse me.
You okay over there, buddy?
Yeah, just a bit gas, you know.
Mountain Dew,
Burp.
isn't it?
Number 40. What is the average lifespan of the hobbits? A. 100 years. B. 110 years. C. 120 years. Or D. 115 years.
B as in Bravo.
Wrong, exactly. A. 100 years.
Are you
You
kidding
know,
me?
here's the thing. Since the average lifespan for a hobbit is 100 years, but Bilbo lived to be 131 years. That is because the ring. The one ring can actually extend someone's lifespan, even beyond its average lifespan as it is. Or I don't even know exactly, but it's I do may wonder if there's like a limit how exactly how far it can extend. Anyways, number 41 for Game Guide. How
Hmm.
old were Bilbo Baggins' ancestor Balbo Baggins when he passed away? A. 97 years. B. 98 years. C. 91 years. Or D. 90 years.
Well, I'm feeling lucky. Can't give
Close.
you another 5. Well, works for me, I guess. A final.
You say A.
I do say A.
Wrong, exactly. C. 91 years.
If you got it right with the same number, I was gonna smack you.
Number 42 for Roy. How many children did Balbo Baggins and his wife Berilla Bofin have together? A. 3, B. 5, C. 4, or D. 6.
You don't know how tempted I am to go with 6, but uh, oh my! That's the 5th one he's gotten. I'm gonna actually punch this D20 in a second. Alright, sure. Super A final.
Wrong, exactly. B. 5.
Eh. Jeez.
Number 43 for Taylor. During which year were Frodo's friend Samwise Gamgee born in the Third Age? A. 2985, B. 2988, C. 2980, or D. 2984.
A as an alpha.
Wrong, exactly. C. 2980. Number 44 for Game Guy Trade question. Were Samwise Gamgee mayor of Shire for 42 years? Yes or no?
Again, that's a specific number, so I'm gonna say yes.
Wrong, exactly. No, he's only for 49 years. Number 45 for
What?
Roy.
I mean, only that's more than 42. That's not how
Roy,
that works.
Frodo's friend Samwise and his wife Rose had a number of children together. How many children did they have? A. 10, B. 13, C. 12, D. 15.
Jesus, they had a lot of kids.
Oh, yeah, it is.
By the way, how many questions are in this quiz again? 82
81.
or 81?
I'm gonna be here a while.
Yeah,
Not
it
really.
will. Don't worry.
Wait, isn't that one of the answers? Can you repeat the answers?
10, 13, 12, or 15.
It gave you a C, and it also gave you 12. I think you should go for C. All right. Well, if it's gonna give me two answers, technically, I'm gonna go with C final.
Wrong, exactly. B. 13.
It actually landed on the number 12, so if it really wanted me to go
Number
with 12.
40 Number 46 for Jaden.
Who isn't here anymore?
Oh, sorry. Taylor. Sorry, Taylor.
All right.
Whoops. How old was Samwise's wife, Rose, when she passed away? A. 92 years. B. 96 years. C. 94 years. Or D. 98 years.
D is in Delta.
Ding, ding, ding. Exactly. D. 98
Yeah.
years.
Finally.
Number 47 for Game Guy.
You did it. You got your
Galadriel.
second point.
Galadriel is a female elf and she speaks a number of languages. How many languages could she speak? A. 6, B. 4, C. 3, or D. 8?
Something stuck in my throat. I hate when that happens. Really? Well, guess who just got a super A?
Final?
All right, A final.
Ding, ding, ding. Exactly. A.
Thank you. God damn it! Why is this working for him but not me? I don't get it.
Man, even
He gets a
Game Guy
one.
is destroying everyone. Man, this is the shocker of the year.
I get a 1, and it's like B or C.
Man, shocker.
What a shocker. A.
By the way, Taylor, you have to change your points to 2 because you have 2 now.
Oh, how do I do that? I know I have to. How do I do that?
Wait, how many points does he have?
I have 2.
He has 2.
How do I do that? Well, am I supposed to like change it or something?
You have to hit your. You have to press your
Don't
name,
worry.
and then there'll be like a headline thing. You can change it there.
There we
That's
go.
That's how we've been changing it.
A headline.
Or Swedish can do it. That works too.
Yeah. If
Okay,
I
yeah.
remember, Cody says, if I remember right, actor Elijah Wood was the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he was actually the one to play Frodo.
James Woods. I wish.
Number 48 for Roy. Galadriel had a number of titles. How many titles does she have? A. 4, B. 3, C. 2, or D. 5?
All right, I'm ready to get a. I'm ready to get a one immediately after Kyle, and then it not working for me, and then I say, "What the hell?" Are you gonna subvert our expectations and drop the f bomb? No, because I didn't get a one. All right, C final.
C. Wrong, exactly. A. 4.
Son of a bitch! The one time I needed it.
Man. Next question, number 49 for Taylor.
Just
All right.
How old were Samwise Gamgee when he passed away? A. 102 years, B. 104 years, C. 106 years, or D. 108 years?
A is an. Sorry. Uh, A as an alpha.
that does
Ain't
start for the
exactly
day.
A.
What?
That does in fact start for the day. So you're right.
Yeah, I
You
said
got it
A.
right.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did. Okay.
number 50 for Game Guy. How many siblings does Galadriel have? A. 6, B. 4, B. 3, or D. 2?
Bam. Wow. Okay. D final.
Wrong, exactly. C. 3.
Well,
Number 51 for Roy. Excuse me. Ooh. When Galadriel eventually sailed away from Middle Earth on board on a ship, what was the name of the ship? A. Grey Haven, B. White Luck, C. Blue Light, or D. Red Ruby? The names are basically translated from the elves' language to like English. So you know.
it's $100. I don't know, but I'm gonna roll the dice. Wait, is it even your turn? I thought it was mine. Whose turn is it? Is it me?
Yours.
Yeah, figured. C final. First 11 of the
C.
night.
Wrong, exactly. A. Grey Haven.
Why is it always A whenever it's my turn? What? Just go with
By
A.
convenience, huh?
Number 52 hard question for you, Taylor.
All right.
How old were Galadriel at the time when she sailed away from Middle Earth? A. 6,154 years. B. 5,299 years. C. 8,374 years. Or D. 7,816 years.
B as in Bravo.
Wrong, exactly. C. 8,374 years old.
Johnny
All
Bravo. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that
so
shit.
it's I wouldn't be surprised if an elf can literally be as I don't know, maybe 1 million years old. But despite she was around nearly 8,500 years old, she looked as she could have been like in her early to mid 20s, like eternal youth. Cody asked in a private if there'll be any hangman afterwards in after stream. I was like, yeah, why not? We can probably do that a few afterwards. But for now, I will take a break. I had to go downstairs to grab something to eat because I'm a bit hungry. So, yeah, I will be right back.
Yeah, take care of yourselves. Yeah, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. You gotta eat. So how are you today, game guy? How are you today, Roy?
I'm doing good.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Silence is crazy.
Yeah. Damn. It's hard to.
What?
Oh, I have something I need to show you. I need this. Hey, what now? Check this out. Okay, so what am I checking out now? Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Hmm. Wow, that's really good, actually. Isn't it just? Check this out. So you can like make this. You can make it whatever you want, and they'll just basically put it there. Okay, sorry. Sure. All right.
Oh, I'm back.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Roy, what the hell have you done today?
I don't know what the hell I've done today. It's a
I
mystery to
heard
us
from a little
all.
birdie. I heard from a birdie that were planning to rob a bank.
Uh, something happened here that I need to be aware of. Dang it, Roy, you stole my idea.
Well, I'm sorry, but that birdie, I'm gonna have to go shoot it later. You're gonna have to go duck hunting.
Here you go, buddy.
Even
Hey,
I gotta,
I
I
got
gotta get
contact
it.
with your,
I gotta get it. I gotta get it the Thanksgiving turkey early.
hey, I got contact with the Air Force. Just tell him his location. I'll take care of him.
okay, you want to literally eat the turkey, aka Kyle, for Thanksgiving? You
I'm not a
cannibal.
turkey.
Guys, I gotta go AFK real quick.
All right.
Anyway, Cody, how you doing?
Who you're talking to?
Cody Lane.
Same thing as every day. Hoping for the second jump at hopefully McDonald's.
Right, I'm back.
What the hell happened to?
Anyways, next question is
Oh,
for let's go see. For Game Guy.
Wait, wait.
The
Do
elf
you skip over my question or no?
I don't think so.
it's actually Game Guy's question next.
Okay, okay, got it.
At the cabin
Number
room.
53. The elf woman Galadriel was tall a woman. How tall was she? A 6.4, B 6.2, C 6.7, or D 6.9.
Well, I can't stop myself. 6.9. The final. So says Discord. Of course, that's what you would go for. It's only fair.
D ain't wrong exactly. A 6.4.
It was worth it.
Number 54 for Roy. How old were the Fellowship of the Ring member Gimli when he passed away? A 268 years, B 260 years, C 262 years, or D 265 years.
Shoot. I can tell you that right now, uh, Taylor. The reason they never work is probably because they're cleaning it.
Every single
It
time.
takes
It's some godforsaken mystery. It's never. It's always. I don't even know. I feel like it's a conspiracy happening. Hmm. You know what I'm thinking?
no, they're just cleaning it. It really
Oh,
isn't.
oh
It's
no,
as
they're
simple as
always
that.
cleaning it. They're always
Oh,
all
vomited.
seven. All seven I
Um,
can see. All seven that I go to in one night are obviously all having their cleaned. Man, 24-hour day cleaning things. But how silly of me on the Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. I just want a McFlurry. They're always cleaning out the ice cream machines, of course.
well, they take a
I
while
don't
to
even know.
clean.
Obviously, yeah,
Anyway,
takes a
anyway,
real.
anyway, I'm gonna go say B. Wait, what the fuck was I going to say? I don't fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna say B. I don't know what my brain is doing. It's not working today, but I'm going with B.
B ain't exactly 262 years old when he died.
Hey, it's summer. None of our
And
Most
brains.
definitely.
Velas edits in the comments.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome. What happened to me?
Number
I don't know.
55 for Taylor.
Next. This is
Ah!
next. Right, ready.
What did Gandalf do after the mission to destroy the One Ring happened? A. He traveled around in Middle Earth. B. He left Middle Earth with Frodo. C. He started a school for wizards. Or D. Went insulation forever.
D as in Delta.
Wrong, exactly. B. He left with Frodo.
Oh, really? I actually thought he died. I was guessing.
Well, technically, he did die in the first movie. Suppose quote unquote died, but from what I can tell, he um he can't really have a physical death because as far as I can, if I try to explain his words short and explain briefly, there is that he is not like I said, he's not a human, and so that so that part of his that so his spirit can be reincarnated to a new form of his old self, and in fact he is way older than any of the other members of that company. He was actually formed, or less born, quote unquote born, the time of the universe was created. So he is around 25,000 plus years, give or take. Anyways, number 56 for excuse me. Oof. Number 56 for Game Guide. How old were Golem when he fell in the magma of Mount Doom? Hard question, by the way. A. 589 years. B. 524 years. C. 546 years. Or D. 572 years.
Thanks for it, by the way. Hello.
I
Let's give this dice a roll.
He's gonna get a one. He's gonna get a one.
D final.
Gosh darn it. Alright.
D is wrong. It's actually A. 589 years.
Get a
It's a
singing vision.
throwing the dice down in anger here.
Man, he's got the singing voice. D's wrong. That's how it sounded.
Number 57. Frodo later left Middle Earth and went to an island with the elves ship. He went to a place that's called the Undying Lands, but he ended up one of the islands that he took part of. Which one of the was it? A. Adamon, B. Avatar, Avatar. Okay, I just called Avatar. It's basically the same word base as that, but or C. Valnior or D. Eldamar.
Who's G? Who names their kid GE? J. Whatever.
Sorry.
You rolled it off the table. Sorry. Relax. Dude, do you not see these bulging biceps?
Number
No,
one, Dice Man in the house.
No,
Woo!
but I do see a bald spot. Shut up.
Wow, dude. Jeez.
I, I, what do you mean I got a 2? Fine. Whatever. A final. Get this over with.
Close to 1.
Wrong exactly. C. Valnior.
I got what you needed, and you got what I needed.
Hey, Jane's back.
Number.
Yeah. So I guess that means.
Yep.
I guess that means they're next if they
Well-
still want to play.
maybe not since he plays Fortnite. I have actually never played Fortnite, so
Me neither. I play more like realistic. I'm a
But
war
saying
game
he
guy.
plays
Realistic.
it, not playing it. There's a difference.
I normally play. If I play a war game, I try to keep it as realistic as possible. I don't know why I just have the urge to like. I play accurate games.
A Yu-Gi-Oh game. Nice.
Don't.
The question is, do you still want to play this or? Kobu, the bad boy. You, sir, are an hour and 50 minutes late. Ah, damn.
No, my God. The bad boy. Are you serious right now?
Yes, I am serious. Thank you for asking. I like that. Get in here, Kovu.
Is Kobo here? What?
If any of you all want to join the stream or game guy, just send a link to it.
Don't worry, I'm a mod.
If
I
you
know
want
what
to
I'm doing.
yeah, he's actually a Canadian, so we know
Oh,
him
yeah,
well.
isn't that the guy from like a couple streams ago? Isn't that? Yeah, it's the guy whose
Yeah.
profile picture is. Ah, okay.
Yeah, he's actually we have been friends with him for over a year.
All right, well, hi. How you doing? What's his name? Kovu. Okay.
We always Lewis and
They'll probably join. Anyway,
Number 60 for Jaden. Taylor, sorry. King Aragorn eventually passed away of old age. How old was Aragorn when he passed away? A. 215, B. 219, C. 210 years, or D. 212 years.
A as an alpha.
Don't exactly. C. 210 years old. That's
Alright.
surprising. I mean, like I said earlier, when he was in the first those 3 movies, he looked to be in his late 30s to late early 40s, but he was nearly 90 years old. That was the fact that he is and that he lived for so long, for over 200 years, is due to the fact of his ancestry of elves, which have lived for quite a long time. So otherwise, normal humans would have lived for just 100 years or a bit, maybe just like more, because But the man in Middle Earth, there are, I think it's like number of different kinds of humans,
Nowadays, humans are
depending
only
on the
living to like 80 or 70
yeah.
years old.
Well, there is fact. I mean, the fact that it's many different kinds. Like some live in like different locations, like that. And Kubo, what the hell have you been up to? Like you really are late, nearly 2 hours late. And first of all,
Oh my
what?
god, bro. You're super late.
And
So
Kubo,
what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your
Come on,
life?
guys, calm down. We don't need to rag on him too bad. Come on.
Kubo,
Yes.
what the hell? I mean, what the hell did you do last night, like yesterday on Discord? Really? You went that far?
Oh
No,
my god.
no, Jay, it's not that funny.
Oh
What?
my
Seriously, it's
god.
not.
Oh boy.
What are you
This is
talking
Let's
about?
say he
Oh
was
my
the
god,
one
I
he went
would.
so it's pretty bad.
I literally got
Even
anger
though
issues. Feel issues.
well, I'm not even going into exactly what
Alright. You
happened.
know what?
It's just bad.
All right, well, hi,
You
Kovu.
got
Nice to meet you. I do
Uh,
not care that
guys,
you're late.
I was
I'm
just
not ragging
trying
on you
to
for.
talk, okay, about something that was hurting me. Okay, so yeah, let's just move on from that.
well,
alright, let's just do the question, bro.
we'll just say it was bad timing. Just keep it at that.
Yeah. Anyways, number 61. Jaden, are you gonna play still, or are you busy with the Fortnite? It's also it's really no point for Kubo to just hop in since we're nearly done, so he can just be watching.
All right.
Yeah, okay, it's okay.
Um, apparently, so Jaden isn't answering. So
And you just seen like the first movies, and I haven't seen any of the following ones.
Dude, don't even get me started.
I basically say I've seen almost every single one of them, including the cartoon ones from the 70s. No joke, they did. But they were not based on the first three movies. They were based on like from the earlier Hobbit. Anyways, since Jaden isn't answering, and then he's probably for playing Fortnite, so that will go back to the game guy, not the cave guy, but game guy. Man, what I'm speaking today.
No, King Guy had it right the first time. No, it's King Guy, obviously.
Hey, oh my.
Number
Bro.
61. Trick question.
Alright.
Can an can an elf give up their immortality? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes.
By it, Taylor.
Bye, Taylor.
You said yes. Ding ding, exactly yes. They can.
Hey, look at you. You're correct.
Oh, god damn it.
What happened?
I kind of missed a question.
Oh. Bonus
Oh,
question!
hey guys, I can't
Yay!
miss both parts of the questions. Just so y'all know.
Well, I can give this question to Roy then. Double question.
I,
The the city of the city of Valimar has a nickname, and what is the city's nickname? A. City of Peace. B. City of Many Bells. C. City of Light. Or D. City of the Ancients.
so you're gonna get two questions because the last question was mine. So, all right, 5. A final.
A. Wrong, exactly. B. City of Many Bells.
Hmm.
Ugh. Man, candies are so hard to swallow sometimes. Ugh. Oh man. Number 62, hard question for Roy. How long did the second age of Middle Earth lasted before the next one? A 3,448 years. B 3,441 years. C 3,446 years or D 3,448 years. Huh.
Both of those. Huh?
Let's say welcome to Mr. Excuse me, Mr. Brony Dreamer, aka Arkwolf. Oh damn,
Who?
Brony Dreamer.
Uh,
Oh,
Our
yes,
friend,
that guy. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, from
I gave you the
Gameshow.
extra question because you're doing so bad. No. Anyway, that would be C. So I'm gonna go with C. Final.
A wrong exactly. B 3,441 years. That is how long. That is how long the second age of the Middle Earth lasted before the third age. Number 63 for Game Guy. How old were Elrond at the time when he sailed away from Middle Earth? A 6,520 years. B 6,136 years. C 6,487 years. Or D 6,294 years.
D. Final.
D ain't wrong exactly. It's A 6,520 years. Number six is 64 for Roy. Elrond ruled the elf city of Rivendell for quite some time. How long did he rule the city? A 4,298 years. B 4,682 years. Or C 4,522 years. Or D 4,765 years.
Uh, D. Final.
D. D is in dog.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding, exactly. D. 4,764 years. Number 65 for Game Guy. How many children did the elf ruler
Hold on.
Elrond have during his lifetime? A. 4. B. 5. C. 4. Or D. 12.
We'll be right back.
Okay. Hello, Brony. Have been a while. Like what, the second time in less than a month by now? Oh, bye, Brony. So, Mr. Crazy weed smoking idiot of Canada, what you been up to?
Mm,
I I've been I was
we're-
I was hanging out with my mom.
Huh?
That's why I was.
Huh? Okay. Well, Jada put himself in the comments back at the backstage.
Whoops.
Well,
all right, I'm back.
well, true, Cody. That's true. And yeah, we actually saw you how you look like, Cody. Like Kobo.
What?
We saw how you look like. The cameras turned on.
Dang it.
It's like turtle I saw.
Heroism.
At least you keep your eyes burning when you tell me.
I mean,
Like the one SpongeBob meme.
well, I mean, yeah, it's like we can't turn your camera on since it's
We're back.
nothing we can do. Yeah, you literally missed Kubo's camera went on for a couple seconds there.
Yeah, I
Oh,
tried
I got to. I had to miss the Bigfoot.
Yeah,
I'll call it.
literally Bigfoot.
I'm
Uh,
gonna have. I'm gonna
I
have to
was
do a little something, something.
I was trying to reactivate my microphone, but I hit the camera instead of the microphone because it's like right next to it. My option.
well, I mean, your mic is actually in your butt. Like that's why we always heard you feet
No,
snorting.
if any, if anything, it will be on
Oh
the
man,
tip of my
we had to
tail.
miss it.
Oh man, this is crazy. If you're trying to look him up on the camera, it was like just around 2 hour mark, give or take.
Oh, don't worry,
You
Roy.
know,
I have.
it's
I have the power of. I had the power.
Bro, look at the chat, guys. Oh, look at the chat.
Really?
Arthur Woods says something. Oh my god, Arthur Woods, why would you
Of
say
it.
Uh, bruh.
that? Bro, even
Well, to
oh
be,
my god,
I
bro.
mean, to be fair, Kubo's waifu is actually Sarah from The Lion King.
All
No,
right, hold
it's
on a
not
second.
it.
No,
Nicky, Nicky,
it's either it's
Nicky.
either Scootaloo or Vitani.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Cody, really?
Oh,
His Cody's waifu is actually
oh,
probably guessing from Pokemon. Oh boy.
The one from Team Rocket.
I have to say, if I'd have been one of Pokemon character as a waifu,
my podcast,
I
bro.
I have to say, my waifu of the Pokemon series, except for one, not for include not of Ash friends, but that had to be Lusame, which is Lily's mother from the
Oh,
Alola region. She is
bro,
really good
guys, look at
looking.
the chat again, bro.
What?
If I
You're
become a
what?
Nike, do you think Unicorn is a perfect
I
match
didn't.
for my Nike game or Nike name? Uh,
I don't
I'd
know how
say
you pronounce that.
50-50.
Nikki,
What is
Nike.
wrong with you, Arthur Woods? What is wrong with you, bro?
What were we
I don't
doing?
know.
I forgot.
Whoops.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Upside
Really?
down.
I need to find out how to
Well,
do that, bro.
other than that, my
Uh,
Lunacy, this is one of my second favorites.
Wow,
Kick
that's
ass.
cool, bro. That's
Oh,
cool.
Yep. That's
Malachi
actually
made
my friend Malachi who actually made that one.
yeah. Malachi
This
rules.
and I get this. This was Game Guy's first OC when he first started to join my streams.
Oh, I
yeah,
remember that. Good times.
And it's later changed
that's
into this. Then it was this.
Change
yep.
your damn. No, you change your damn profile picture so much.
And
I think I like.
also
Me though.
another another friend of ours
Mm-mm.
named Lord Acidigus. This is his OC, like a snake.
That looks like
And
a Nintendo villain.
yeah, and at one point when he was in a stream, uh, I literally managed to catch uh, this particular OC went along with another friend of ours, Cody Darkhawks. Uh, uh, his OC, and I screenshot that at the right moment, and they end up like this.
Oh yeah,
That
Lord.
was not-
Wait, Lord Catonicus.
and you
Catonicus.
should know.
Codicus.
Speaking of devil, Malachite is in the comments.
Uh-oh. Well, he's gonna
I'm
have to
sorry,
ask-
game guy, but Lord's profile is more handsome devil than yours.
What handsome?
Bob.
That's right.
Bob.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
I mean, I actually found this one on other site that you can actually make AI art. Let's see if I can find that. Oh wait, there is one, you guys. You're gonna laugh at this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're gonna laugh at this one. uh,
Well, what
take a
is
look at
it?
this.
Per chance about the strike. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, really?
What? What? Oh my god,
yeah.
man.
That's how it goes. This
Yeah, I
door,
found-
door is
What?
not
Oh my
scrolling
God.
around anymore.
Hey guys, alright. Tonight, I thought I'd join the stream, bro.
Uh-oh.
Sheesh.
Well, Malachite. Well, I mean, yes, he can, but he can't come into the stream because there's 6 people here. The
Yeah,
max is
horrible.
6.
Sorry.
Anyways, should we continue though?
If you want,
Yeah,
we
let's
can.
continue. Yeah, let's continue. I like doing questions.
Whose question even was it?
Yeah, who started
65.
it?
I
heard
think it's
we-
And
mine.
for yeah, it's actually a game guy's question now. Number 66.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How many siblings did the elf Arwen have? A2, B4, C1, or D5?
In case you're wondering, Malachite, he has 7 points right now.
Lol.
It's not a bad amount. It's a decent amount. Hey, speaking of 7, I got a 7. So B final.
B, wrong, exactly. A4. No, wait, it's actually A2. Sorry. Number 67 for Roar. How many children did Galadriel have with her husband? A3, B2, C1, or D4?
Ayo, bro. I'm gonna
What?
dice that. I got a 5. A final.
Wrong, exactly. C1.
Dang.
Number 68, trick question for you, game guy. Were Bilbo Baggins married at one point? Yes or no?
Well,
Oh,
they wouldn't call him that for nothing. I'm gonna say yes.
Wrong, exactly. No. Number 69 for game guy. For Roy. The dragon named Smog was killed in the Third Age, but in what year was he killed in? A. 2941, B. 2949, C. 2492, or D. 2945.
I don't know. I'm going with B. Let's see. Let's see.
B.
This- Dog hog me! Dog hog a kiss. That's brilliant. Yes, that said B.
Wrong, exactly. A. 2941. Number 70 for Roy. How many dwarves was in Thorin's company that Bilbo eventually joined in? A. 8, B. 13, C. 11, or D. 15?
I'm gonna go with D.
Oh,
Oh, bye,
by
Jaden.
a
Is it Jaden or Hayden? It's probably Jaden.
Jaden, the imitator. And you said B or D?
I said D.
Exactly B13.
Damn.
Number 71 for Game Guy. Gimli is cousin to Balin that went on a quest for his friends in Bilbo. He was eventually ruler of Moria. How long did he rule? A. 8 years. B. 12 years. C. 5 years. Or D. 9 years.
Hmm. Oh, it's my turn. Yeah, it does. What are you snorting at, you bull?
Nothing.
I call bullshit. Oh, I like that.
If you even can.
I'm going with A.
You go with A.
Yep.
Don't exactly C. 5 years. Number 72 for Roy. Balin eventually passed away quite old. And how old was he when he died? A. 231 years. B. 204 years. C. 219 years. Or D. 225 years.
I'll take it. B. Final. Oh, B. Yeah, I knew
Did you
you'd
say
say those
B?
ones. Yeah.
Most likely A. 241 years. Number 73 for Game Guy. How many siblings does Balvin have? The Balin have? A. 4. B. 3. C. 2. Or D. 1.
One second. All right. 14. C. Final.
What?
I said C.
C.
Yeah.
Exactly D. 1. D. Number 74. King Elendil was a tall man. And how tall was Elendil? A. 7.2. B. 7.11. C. 7.8. Or D. 7.4.
Oh, Clover, you're using one of the pictures I sent you. Awesome. I think it was one of mine. I'm not too sure. Like, he did so good at the AI stuff. Oh, this is my question, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, it's actually Roy's question.
Oops. But in that case, we'll just pretend like he didn't roll that. I'll just ignore that 19. 11. All right. C. Final.
What?
D.
D.
I definitely did not say D. I said C. I
D.
said parrot.
Ah. Wrong exactly B. 7.11.
That was like a whole thing. What was that all about?
Number 75 for Game Guy. How long did King Elendil rule before he passed away? A. 129 years. B. 119 years. C. 125 years. Or D. 121 years.
Well, it's still nice to know that you care that much. All right, give me that dice. Dice it up, dice it up, dice it up. Get a 9. All right. Okay, B final.
B ain't wrong exactly. D, 121 years. Number 76, hard question for you, Roy. How long did the third age of Middle Earth lasted before the next one? A, 3,021 years. B, 3,029 years. C, 3,025 years. Or D, 3,024 years.
I thought that was another one. I was gonna lose it. Uh, hmm. All right, C final.
Wrong exactly. A, 3,121 years. Number 77 for Game Guy. How old were King Allendale when he passed away? A, 314 years. B, 305 years. C, 322 years. Or D, 317 years.
It looks like you're gonna win. Yeah, with 7 points. Seriously? All right, B final.
B, ain't wrong exactly. C, 22 years.
First time the 20D has failed you.
Not sure.
It's been failing
Maybe.
me actually, but I got it right 7 times, so that's not bad for
Number
me anyway.
74. Number 78 for Roy. How many children did King Allendale have during his lifetime? A, 2. B, 4. C, 1. Or D, 3.
A final.
You say A. Well,
Yep.
unfortunately, he is not actually. He said you say A, and unfortunately, it's no longer 3 points. You get 4. Ding, 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 points for you.
Yikes.
Awesome.
Oh, dang.
Number 79. During which year of the second age did King Allendale pass away in? A, 3428. B, 3214. C, 3441. Or D, 3385.
Oh wait, no, it's not my turn. All right, B final.
Wrong exactly. C, 3441.
Huh.
Number 80. Hard question for you, Roy. Queen Erwin eventually passed away of old age. How old was she when she passed away? A, 2,901 years. B, 2,874 years. Or C, 2,816 years. Or D, 2,908 years.
Maybe I can end the stream with 5 points. A final.
Use A. Ding, 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 exactly A. Um, Someone
Sick.
named Vikinger, Vikinger. Who is your favorite Tolkien character? Well, that's easy. Gandalf. I mean, come on. He's a really good character, and I don't know how many characters know how many people knows this, but even though he died in the first movie, technically not actual died, since his that body he has isn't his actual physical form. He's not even human. He's actually a part of a species, a race of people called Ainu, the one that first to be created, long before anyone else. He was actually created the time of the music of what was the name again? I did list it earlier on. Was it? Come on, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Uh, where are you? Where are you? Hello, hello. Dang it! Where are you? Ah, here we go. Music of the Einer, which is the basically he is around 25,000 plus years, give or take, according to the book series, though. Um, yeah, I can answer right now for favorite character from the Tolkien series for Gaming Guy Roy. They basically had not even seen any of the movies. But Kubo's in the first one that you mentioned. So but if you guys can
Yeah.
tell any, do you have any character favorite from this whole series?
I think the one with the sword. I don't remember his name.
You mean Aragon?
Yeah.
Dark hair? Yeah, that's Aragon.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of swords, so every time I see sword fighting, I just like it.
Oh,
Well, that's true.
I mean,
And
Not Gandalf. It, Gandalf
and
is also good because
yeah,
he's basically like Lord of the Rings Dumbledore, you know.
yeah, it's kind of the same, that. And Aragon, when he's actually in that movie, do you know how old his character is in those three movies when he's playing it?
I mean, he doesn't look that old. He seems like he's like at least in his 30s.
He looked to be like in the hidden in his mid 30s to his early 40s, but actually his character in that age, he's 88 years old, so nearly 90 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, and I explained that earlier because he was he is part of ancestry of elves in his far distant past. Even some of his ancestors, Isildur lived to be 210 years.
yikes!
So, but even though his son that he has that will be king after him also lived to be around 200 years, but I later find out that Aragorn's future descendants won't be more than 80 to 90 years old when they died.
Oof, I
Yeah.
see.
Well, I
Also,
mean,
speaking of Lord of the Rings, I assume you're gonna see the one at the theater right now.
they actually, yeah, I did mention this before. There are in fact some plans of making a reboot of the first two in 2026. If, like I say, big if that's gonna happen or not, it's just, I don't even know. It was an event that potentially could have been like a reboot. I also heard, and from my dad told me years ago, that the first and the second and the third movie, despite if you look on Wikipedia, it says they were recorded 3 different years. But according to my dad, who told me, the three movies was recorded the same year,
Oh
but they were
yeah,
released. They were made in same year, but they were released in different years.
I
I
did
don't
hear.
even know. I don't even know if that's true though. I and the one who actually played Gandalf, he actually fell asleep during a production, like during the time. Not directly during when they were making the scene, like recording it. there was like between each take, he was just sitting there in a chair. It's like, and even if some of the directors of this whole first movie though talked about it, they even pointed out in like a whisper. And in fact, you can see that on YouTube. No joke. I mean, unfortunately, even though they would have used the same actors, unfortunately, it would be a small problem. The one who made the actor for Sauron passed away some years ago.
Yeah,
So
I know.
yeah, he was
And
actually,
another like of
I think it
actor
was,
who also passed away.
yeah. Even though they did make two or one, I think it was one or two Lord of the Rings Hobbits movies back in the 70s, like cartoon style.
Oh,
They are taking place. They are actually made. They are set to take place before even that the new Lord of the Rings series that's now on HBO, the new one. That one is set to take place years, like I think it's thousands of years before, at least several centuries before the actual Hobbit and the actual trilogy of movies are to take place.
oof.
I hadn't even seen it. Yeah, I hadn't even seen that series. As I can tell, is the one thing. Sauron, the main bad guy who's in those three movies, he happens to be in the new series as an actual living being. And after as many wonders, what happened to him after the last movie? That armor he used, it crumbled and it somehow, it was like total vacuum. It was like the whole suit of armor crumbled in like, it's like you say, okay, it's like you having a plastic bag full of the blown air and you pull out that air completely. That how it happened. But and the ring was destroyed, and his spirit is still much intact. He can't return back to the physical world anymore because the ring was his only link between the physical realm and the spirit realm. So after the ring was completely destroyed, he is still there. But according to the list of the author, he had to imagine or envision that that Sauron could eventually return. But unfortunately, that didn't happen since he never came that far in making a book out of it. The final book that he wrote was never finished. He died before that book was to be complete. And I know for a fact that the author's children were involved in the production of the three movies. They were like, say, directors or like advisors or something like that, just to keeping their father's legacy alive. So, I mean, it's I think if he had known that his children will be part of this production, he would be proud. I believe even he had lived long enough himself, he maybe would also be somehow directly involved in this. But yeah. Anyways, let's continue to the last question, number 81 for Game Guy. Final one. Trick question. Were Gimli married? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wrong. Actually, no. He never was married.
Well, not like it matters because he wins again.
You say that like it happens all the time.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Well, You know, but speaking of Lord of the Rings, it actually is a very interesting franchise. I mean, considering that the author Tolkien, he wrote his books decades before it was even made as an actual movie, and I think,
Oh,
I mean, it's very much likely that you should consider for at least one thing. If I can give me a few pointers. One, James Bond was a book series, eventually turned to a movie series franchise. Harry Potter, also a book series, eventually turned into a movie franchise. Pokemon, same thing. Digimon, same thing. It's just like,
wait, Pokemon
why
was a
not?
book?
No, well, I mean, no, actually, it
That
was
was a
made
video
from
game.
like a, yeah, video game, and so it's turned into like a movie franchise. Sonic the Hedgehog, same thing. There were multiple different series about it on TV, and several movies, including live action one, and who cannot forget Mario. Mario also had been one of the most popular games out there. He had been around since mid '80s, I believe. There have been a few series of him, one live action, one cartoon, and now there's a CGI movie and a live action movie. Well,
That
let's
brings
not
me
speak.
a kind of uncomfortable question,
I
but
mean,
how old is Mario?
what?
That that made me wonder how old is Mario actually?
According to this, the creator, he's around 25 to 28.
Oh,
Same thing as for Peach, also in her early to mid 20s.
oh.
And you may
Well, I thought
wonder,
he was younger than that due to the freaking due to the first Mario game that arrived
yeah,
from
and you may
that
also
to
may
now.
also then, but there is one thing about this whole thing about Mario. The only one movie, and in my opinion, absolute trash, which should not even be broadcast at all. The 1993 movie. I mean, even it's based on the whole thing on the Mario, but it was completely opposite from what they're expecting it to be. I mean, first, there were dinosaurs that had evolved enough far, and it had evolved to a point that looked like humans. And Daisy, which is an actual character from the Winnie franchise, she turned out to be a prince of the royal family in that Hollow Earth, which also was like a dinosaur. And the main character, the main villain, we're supposed to be like a Kumba or Kuba, but he turned out to be a highly evolved T Rex. And that in fact, those dinosaurs had evolved, had invented type of weaponry like a rifle, pointing it at someone like a human. They could de-evolve that person a modern man to under a Neanderthal or even an ape, which they literally turn a mob boss into a chimpanzee. And even Mario and Luigi use their weapons on the main villain, turning him first to a T Rex, later to a slimy goo, which kind of de evolved, aka quote unquote, died. But at the same time, he didn't die because he was still much alive but turned into goo. So, in my opinion, that movie it's absolute trash. But the new one they made, well, I haven't seen the full of it, but seen parts of it. I can say that right now, it's way better compared to the first one they made. I mean, way better. And I seen the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie. It's well, it wasn't so what I expected to be, but yeah. But I was surprised that they were making a sequel to that movie. But eventually, I mean, they were announcing 4 months before the actual movie was even premiered. They were working on the sequel. But then, about a year later, I believe, turned out he was they weren't working on it. the whole idea was eventually scrapped or put on hold. But
Wow.
eventually it was cancelled. But now they are working on it again. They are remade the whole script and is working on it again. So I was like, what the hell? I mean, literally, what in the world are they happening to do? I mean, it's like they were making. It's like Moana from Disney. They're actually making Moana 2. And at the same time, it's plans for Moana live action.
Yeah,
At
I know.
least
I've seen
one.
that. that I've seen that one, but I did not see
eh,
it. But I
But they
think
haven't. But they have. If you've seen it like in a live action trailer of the Moana live action movie, yeah, it's not even official. It's a like fan made one. So don't believe it. Because that even they are not even worked on that movie yet. It's not. I don't believe it's supposed to be released until I think it was
yeah.
2025 or 26.
Also, I really can't wait for the Mufasa movie to arrive. That's gonna be good.
Oh boy,
Um.
don't
Okay. So let me just set the floor real quick. Oh. Guess
that
who
movie.
does? Guess who doesn't think the movie's gonna be good? I don't. Let's talk about it real quick. So
Yeah,
let me just. If they made the movie, right? If they made that movie after the original Lion King, I'm not talking the live action, I'm talking the real one, it would have been fine. But no, they had to make it with the same whatever whatever they used to make the first one with the exact same technology and whatever. And it's like, why would you do that? Why would you make it the same thing? Why not make it like hand drawn? That would have been kind of cool. But no, they had to make it this, and they look so
exactly.
lifeless.
I think you mean
They
cartoon.
they look as lifeless as they did in the live action movie. It's just it looks so bad, dude. I
Hmm.
don't think I'm gonna like it. Maybe I'll watch it just to see how it is, but I
I
don't know. Probably
mean,
not.
I mean, it's
I mean, on use a kind of CGI thing to make like the characters look like the characters. Like like
Well,
Scar would look
if
like.
they okay, but hold on a second. They could have done that for the live action remake, but they didn't. So what makes you think they're
Yeah,
gonna do it now?
that's what I'm saying. They should have done.
Why didn't they?
you
Because
I
know.
have no.
because here's the thing, because Disney doesn't use money, they make it. Huh.
Yeah.
They never use the money
Well,
they make. That's not how that goes.
even though like I said, told my dad about this about the live action movies today, where we were on the way home from the store, is that I mentioned that some of the live action movies they are having the same. We're using the very much the same thing as the original movies, but some new details. So like like Aladdin, they added it in one scene where Jasmine have her own song, which I actually don't
Yeah,
mind
I
that.
remember that. I love that
I
song.
don't mind. I mean, I
But
don't mind that
The
part.
song was okay. The song was fine, but it was pointless because immediately after the song, she just goes back to how she was before.
Yeah, and
Nothing
other thing
changes.
is,
She doesn't change her character
yeah,
because of the song. The song doesn't mean anything. So what was the
but
point
yeah,
of it?
I know.
then what about the live action of Beauty and Beast? Because
That
before
one
me,
seemed
but
with Emma Watson.
yeah, but hear me out.
God.
I know for a fact that movie was completely there, but not many people expected. But in the original, Belle's mother was actually dead. If there were deleted scenes where her mother was originally supposed to be in it, but after some, I don't know if there was a budget or something, or they didn't like it, so they cut it off from that. So when they made the live action, her mother, who literally died when she was young, it in a way correspond exactly as the original, except They never mentioned how she died in the original, while the new one, she died of the plague. But in the live action, in the original, in a portrait, or at least a picture from that deleted scenes, this she looked that Belle looked as she could have been at least a few years old, like between 3 or 5. But in the new one, she looked to be like, at least being I don't know, maybe as maybe a newborn, maybe just a couple of months old. She was still basically a baby at that time. And another thing is that in the new live action, also there comes support that where it's completely different the live act, the original. In the original, Mrs. Potts have her son Ship. She's not even married. Well, let's not refer to that. But in the new live action, she is. Her husband lives in the same village as Belle and the others. But for some reason, no one doesn't even remember about the castle or anything, like a mass amnesia. They were actually magical induced. If you remember the fairy that were offered him the prince a rose, when she was turned away in the live action, she put a spell on everyone in the village to forget about the whole thing. And if there's someone how try to remember, they get a headache. So, and here's another thing about that we all know: the prince, that the flower, the rose, the last petal would fallen down when he turned 21. That happened in the boat. But if someone had fallen in love with him just before the last petal, the spell would have been broken. It would happen in both, which it did. But if it didn't happen, he would remain as a beast, and his staff, his friends, they would have remained as living furniture and items. But in other spot, in other part from the live action version, it was not that at all. He would remain as a beast forever, but his friends they would stop being as living items because Clockwork and his friend the candle holder they turn to actual live item. They cease to exist as living beings. That was a different part of the whole franchise, which I to myself thinks it's absolute wrong. I mean, another thing I really pointed out is that Gaston's friend, I don't even remember his name, the short guy, in the original and the new one, they're kind of the same personality, except for one small detail. In the live action, he's gay. He's
Hmm.
attracted. And even in the dance scene where, where he's trying to cheer up Gaston, it was works. But instead, it's one part of the scene where Gaston almost wrapping his arm around his friend like a kind of like a how say romantic, and he's like, too much, yeah, and that. And in the last scene where Belle is dancing with the Beast or Adam, what somehow is known as, in that same scene, Gaston's friend is dancing with another man. So it's really indicating that he is gay. I mean,
Oh,
if you look back, because if you look
Well,
back in the original,
nothing wrong with
it
that.
was no exactly. There is no wrong with that. But if you're looking back in the original, which was made, I think, was in the 80s and 90s. If you like, if you're going back from the very start of the Disney movies, from the 30s and onwards,
yeah.
if anyone had even suggested that type of idea back then, even to Walt Disney, he would not accept it because during 30s and onwards, there were no this support. There was this no community of for bisexual, trans, anything. And in fact, if you were gay or even bisexual, you could have been sent off to sort of conversion camps like try to they saw this as like a sickness.
Oh,
It's
bro.
kind of yeah, but unfortunately, it's still been seen by some people that gay and bisexual is like a still as a sickness, but not as much
No,
as
it's not.
today.
It's just how the
No, I mean
people are.
no, I mean there are in fact still some people even to this day that regards being gay is still a sin. Like they don't believe that it's not an actual uh, choice. They somehow believe it's genetic. I don't think that is the case. But back
I
then in the 30s and onwards, if you even somehow came out as a gay or you ever found out being gay, you could have been cast out from the family, you could have been disowned, and or worst case, you could have been in prison or something like that.
huh.
So but yeah, but making characters now these days having I mean this other Pixar or DreamWorks movie onwards with those magical creatures like trolls, mermaids that still exist. They were a reference. One female character in that movie having a romantic partner, which were female. But that movie was banned from several countries,
Oh.
like Arabic countries. I can understand why, because it corresponded to their religion, which is a total offense in their religion of the eyes.
I
I mean, I
mean,
understand that.
I don't want to sound like mean, but most Arabic people are like, they seem to be kind of misogynist. Stuff. I don't know how to say that.
I don't even know, but like I said, a lot of the things about the new live action of the movies of Disney, there are so many of them. In fact, there are many still planned to be made. But except for if you like, they will be. They are planning to make a lot of live actions, a version of the movies. But hear me out. You may think of every single Disney princess that will eventually turn to a live action movie. Yes and no. All of them except one is never, at this point, going to be a live action. Pocahontas. I, in fact, read that Pocahontas is never, at this point, not going to be a live action because it seems because of cultural insensitivity. And my opinion, I mean, I don't mind all the live actions. I can understand if the Disney wants to make live actions to be focused on the new younger generations. In that point of view, I like I'm open for that. I can understand that they want to like if they use like if they remade every single other classical movie exactly as the original as but instead it's a live action, that's fine. I mean it's not okay. For example, Jungle Book had been a few live action versions of. Tarzan, same thing. Pinocchio, also live action. Even the fact that live action of Disney came out just not that long ago, but in fact they were a live action of Pinocchio way before even any of the live action movies was even made. In fact, it was even I believe that was even made before any most of our friends here was even born. It was even I believe it was even before other game guy was born, even before as Malaka was born. It was probably even before I was born. I believe it was sometimes in the either late 80s or early 90s. But that one was actually a miniseries from Italy. And as many others, I mean, they made Snow White as a live action, except it wasn't Disney. I mean, Snow White and the Huntsman. So why not to making as a live action of the several movies? I don't think it's a bad idea. But if you think about it, there are in fact some other live action, there are other movies like Robin Hood. back from the 60s. When they're going to be, that is also going to be made as live action. So I may wonder at first, is there's going to be like a live action version of of those animals, but as live action? It's possible that might be, but at the same time, why? I mean, why in the first place are they want to do that? I mean, just saying now, considering that how they made for Beauty and the Beast, how they changed some of the scenes, especially when this whole castle staff would eventually would turn into an actual unliving objects if the spell had been broken. So considering that scene was changed, what about the other movies out there? I mean, like the Little Mermaid, they added a whole different. I mean, think about it. In the first movie, when we seeing Eric, after we seeing him in at his own castle, and even his old friend, that skinny, white-haired, I don't, I think it's like his servant or anything. Think about it. Where is his parents?
Hmm.
They was never mentioned, not directly or indirectly or even a reference at all in the whole movie. And in the second one, when his daughter Melody was born, I mean, when he was on the boat with Ariel and when he met Ariel's father, but there was no scenes, no pointing out of any supposed to be relatives to Eric. But in the live action movie, it turned out he did have, in fact, a mother, adopted mother. It turned out that he lost his own parents in a shipwreck, like Elsa's parents, and that in fact his stepmother raised him alone. Okay, in that scene, it could actually explain some of like many questions of what happened to his own parents in the original movie. There were no mention of them, like no portraits, no like a mention of anything about them. But in the live action, when they added so that they had passed away in an accident, in a shipwreck or like that, and that he was raised by someone else, actually, that part in its story script, it fits perfectly. That gives some explanation, at least. Even though maybe not the they could have been used in the original, but maybe they didn't thought about it. But having that he'd been raised by a stepmother throughout the years after his birth parents passed away, I mean, I am actually okay by that part. Because if you think about it, in the first movie when Ariel, we never saw anything about her mother, like no reference. In the second movie, of when Melody was born, there was no mention about her mother at all. Only her father was seen when he was younger, when he has brown hair, not white anymore. But in the third movie, when she actually was mentioned, she looked identical to Ariel except older, and they gave us the reason why we never saw her, either of her in the first or second movie, and also maybe also give us the reason why the king Triton hated music and why he forbade any interactions with the surface people. That gave a lot of some explanation list because during the first two movies there were probably like many questions marks, like what happened to her mother, and so yeah. And for what many other movies, it's like what else is gonna be live action? Now we know for a fact that Moana is gonna be live action,
Yeah.
and and there is plans for, well, they have been suggested. Princess and the Frog is also being suggested to be a live action. I mean, I don't see much no wrong in those, but when they tried and when they are ruin some of the classical decades of movies, like as Malak had pointed out in comments, because the classics were made in the classical decades of the 30s and the 60s, which is true. I mean, think about it. Every those movies back in the 60s and onwards, they were drawn by hand. And even like Lady and Tramp in the original, the very first, the word is scene where when this old bloodhound was hit by the car, originally he was supposed to have died in that accident. But when Walt Disney saw that in the preview before the whole movie was even completed, he felt it was not what he had envisioned. It was a little bit too dark in his mind. So he Adam to told them to change that. So instead, they made it that the dog survived by a broken leg. So yeah, they really had. So in my opinion, the live actions, in one sense, is not bad because I can understand that they want to remake them to focus on the next younger generations. Fine, as long as they would have had made them exactly as the original, exactly step by step. Maybe adding some new additional songs, maybe that's fine. But making so many changes, it's absolute not the same thing. I mean, what's next? Live action version of Elsa and like the Frozen? Oh, okay, okay. You guys, you guys have seen Zootopia, right?
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
if, what if they decide to make that as a live action?
I have no idea how
How
they
would
would
they
do
even
that though,
would
but yeah, I see your point.
Um, uh, like I say, one thing, if would be live action, it basically would have almost been the same thing as for they made for Lion King as a live action. In fact, oh, how many of those live action movies that I have seen? Only one. Any others? Nope. Am I even trying to? Probably not. I mean, I know for a fact that Aladdin's sequel is being developed, or at least will be developed in the short of some time in the next few
Will it
years.
still be called the Return of Jafar, or will it be something else again?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We know for fact that in the first movie of Aladdin, Genie, his only wish, it was to be free, so that he can travel around the world. But in this live action version, oh no, boy, that was complete opposite. Because when I saw that, I was like, "Eh, what? He wished to be human." And Disney made one huge mistake about Genie in the live action. He wasn't blue. I mean, the original, in the sequel, in the third, and in the TV series, he was blue. But in the new series, the new version, he wasn't even blue at all. I'm like, boom! And another thing, even when you're planning for the sequel, that is one pretty big problem because the sequel had the title Return of Jafar. I mean, he was turned into a genie in the first live action. That would happen. But small problem, which is Genie. If he is still human with no magical powers whatsoever in a sequel, how, excuse my French, but how in the hell would that make an explanation? How would that make sense? Because in the original sequel, he was still a genie, and in fact,
Yeah.
he traveled around the world. He came back, and he helped Aladdin and Jasmine against Jafar. But but if he's gonna be back in the sequel, I'm like, how the hell is it even going to work out? I mean, somehow, a magically wonder he found something that turned him back to genie. Unless, unless his two children have some secret, undeveloped magical powers. That was what if they? I mean, he did marry and have two daughters with his future wife, which was a maiden among the from Gasmit's staff. I mean, he used to be a genie. So, is it possible that his two children could have somehow magical powers, but they hadn't even, you know, been able to tap into those powers like they had even been, like the mutants from the X-Men. Usually, their powers reach or blossom when they turn into when they hit puberty. So what if? So what if the genie's two children, his son and daughter, somehow when they turn a certain point of age, suddenly boom, magical powers. I mean, that would have been something explain otherwise, because if they're planning a live action sequel of Aladdin, Return of Jafar, but it makes no sense because if Genie hasn't developed his magical powers, I mean, how in the world would they even be that make sense? Am I right? I mean, it doesn't make no sense otherwise.
Yeah.
And if they were planning for a third movie where his father is somehow returning, same thing.
Yeah.
But
Though
here's the
they do
thing.
not have no idea who's gonna be Aladdin's father, though.
Though here's another thing. If they were planning to make a third movie, well, Malachi is here. If they were planning to make a third movie, which his father somehow mysteriously returned, it fit the bill because he believed, Aladdin had believed for years that his father is dead. Because he believed that even in the third movie, because his mother passed away when he was very young. I believe that's maybe between 8 or 10, maybe. So he had lived for years on his own. So, but he believed that his father also was dead. So it kind of would work out in the third movie if that would happen. But it was one thing I didn't expect it when I read about this. In the first live action and original movie, that the prince that showed up to talk about marrying Jasmine, the same as one had his pants bitten off by the tiger. Yeah, let's say that one in the live action, he's actually giving his own movie. I mean, what? I mean, he was a small character in the first movie. He was only in a few scenes, and then he's literally giving his own movie. I mean, that's just mind blowing. Am I right? uh, Another thing, the tiger in Aladdin, he wasn't even in the live action at all. He wasn't even there. And in fact, in a Mulan live action, two things I read on Wikipedia when I read the cast. One, they added a younger sister to Mulan, which I don't see no problem with. I mean, add the new characters in new movies, no problem. I mean, when they like the sequel, when they added those princesses added in, I don't think no problem with that. But one huge disappointment. One of the most, well, technically two characters was not even in the that live action of the Mulan. But most of them, most important, Mushu, the dragon. In fact, Mushu is a very backbone of the whole comedy. I mean, you guys probably agree on that. So when I read Mushu wasn't even in the movie. I mean, when I read in the cast of the role, the line that those having, I mean, I assumed that he was going to be a live action, where CGI style like many others, but I saw no mention of Mushu's name in the cast of the live action Mulan. I was like, Booba! Jeez, really? Without Mushu, it's not the same. He's a very backbone of the comedy. I mean, especially when he's riding that giant panda to the skies as a soldier, or how Mulan used him to let this rocket or this well, kind of this firework rocket or something. But I mean, you guys had seen the first Mulan 1 and 2, and he was part of those. So I mean, you guys probably know what I mean. That he's a very backbone of his comedy. So why? So why would they have him removed? I mean, I can understand if there was when they were making live action of Aladdin for the tiger. I mean, they could have used the very same principle, same thing when they used for Lion King. They could have used something and use CGI style with and a computerized image of a tiger. But they could use the same thing as having Mushu added in the live action. But nope, they didn't do that at all. I'm just really disappointed in that many ways. And that is the reason I'm not even going to see the live action Mulan, the first or the sequel, at all. Because
Yeah.
without Mushu, it's not the same. It just,
Yeah, I can understand.
I mean, okay, how about this? Sword in the Stone is in fact going to be a live action. But that's one thing I really or really had my mind wrapped onto. We know at least
Uh,
one character. There's one character in that movie. He's basically one of the backbones also for comedy later on. Archimedes, the owl. If they did not include him in that movie, I will be very disappointed. In fact, I know for a fact that Malachite likes that character in that movie. Am I right, Malachite? I mean, I mean, after all, Archimedes was one of the funny characters in Sword of Stone. And when they are going to make
What
live action,
Archimedes the owl?
yeah.
Oh, what a perfect stuffed owl! Dig the stuffed owl. I beg your pardon.
How about you? Okay, I mean, when they were going to make that a live action movie, how would you feel if they somehow not include him in the movie?
I'd be like, you motherfuckers.
Exact my point, right? I mean, the same thing
It
as when
wouldn't
you
be
know had it.
it wouldn't be Sword
I
of
mean,
Stone without five things. One,
exactly,
some of the original songs from the classic '63 version. Two, the
exactly,
animal duel between Merlin and Mim. Three, the dishes fighting back against Sir Ector and Kay because that's memorable.
yeah,
Four, the fish scene where they find that big old pike. And number five, of course, well, the biggest song, right? The party and all the mumble jumble that Merlin's singing about and all that stuff.
exactly. I mean, if I mean, what if they somehow would include him in the movie, but has changed him from an owl to maybe something else, maybe a crow, and not give him much speaking lines? That's totally wrong as well. If they
I'd be
somehow
like,
would have
hey,
changed
I'd be
his
like, hey assholes, it's Sword in the Stone, not Sword in the Sleeping Beauty beasts.
exactly, I mean, it's the same principle with Mushu in Mulan. I mean, he's a very backbone of the comedy. I mean, he was the reason why the soldiers were moved from training camp into the mountains. If he hasn't even been in the movie originally, otherwise, they would have somehow, if they not even not include him in the live action, they must have figured out something else in order to make them to have given the
Well,
orders. Unless they
Switch.
was given, yeah.
Two things. One, after you finish up, look in the private chat, and two, look at what I said earlier before you read my uh comment on because of the classics made before the classic decades, 30s and 60s. Those two comments.
The classic one, yeah, I actually read that first one. About the classical from the 30s and 60s. I read it one.
But it was the other two I was talking about.
Oh, in the comments?
Yeah. And then what I said in private chat, I
Well,
was having a little fun with Kovu.
yeah. I mean, as you said, I'm always thought that my reasoning for the live actions was to remind everyone those classic films were not forgotten, so they wouldn't fade away from everyone's memory. True. And as long as they had made the live action exactly to very T of every single one classic ones exactly as the original, it would have been fine. If they had some new songs during it or maybe something like that, fine. But doing some huge changes. I mean, in Mulan, Mushu gone. How to explain that to some of the characters? How to explain the comedy? I mean, he's were a very backbone of the comedy when he was introduced to that. In fact,
Mm.
even the second one, how he tried to break up Shang with Mulan in the first place. I mean, without him in the second one, I mean, that would have been huge explorations. So, yeah. I mean, unless he was
But
in
you
the in
the
live
world could
action,
always
but I
do
don't
with a
even know.
second new the world could always do with a second new villain instead of the old assholes. But you know what's serious? The world could always
Yeah,
do
I
with a
mean,
second new villain instead of the old assholes.
yeah, I mean, I cannot believe. I mean, when they decide to make that. Okay, I'm gonna look up Mulan 2020. Let's go see here. Um,
And particularly, my opinion, I can understand with them making the remakes, but Dumbo, that one could have been a lot more better because the one thing that made me fucking hate that film was the fact they forgot Timothy Q. Mouse.
well, the cricket actually is in the live action,
I,
but yeah, unfortunately, Mushu is not in it. And another thing is, this hawk that's the main villain, the Khan, the Mongols use. Turn out in the live action, it is still in the movie, but it's a witch that's shapeshifting into a hawk. I was like, oh, really? I cannot
I
even
always
imagine.
I always knew memories of Snow White would show up somewhere else.
Snow White actually is. Ooh, yeah. Unfortunately, I have to say, live action uh, of this Snow White. Ugh, I had to make you disappointed. Snow White is actually set to being released March 21, 2025,
Hmm.
and Moana is set to be released July 10, 2026. Lilo and
Hmm.
Stitch, Hercules, Bambi, Robin Hood, and the Aristocrats have yet not been given an actual release date yet.
Hmm.
But the others, they have.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Swish. What if they was to
It is
do a live action of Lilo and Stitch with all of Stitch's cousins as actual live action? That'd be interesting for sure.
yeah. I can say right now, when that movie is gonna be released, when the Little Stitch, I can say right
I mean,
now, the people
it'd
will
be
be
interesting
live
because of
action.
it. I'm just trying to say it'd be interesting because Stitch has more than 600 cousins, and to see all of them probably as live action, that'd be interesting, but a lot of work to go
Yeah,
through.
true. But at this point, I seriously doubt all of them would even gonna be even mentioned or seen in this whole thing. But if the word that turn out that that's gonna be if that movie has a great success, it's without a doubt saying if there will be a sequel, they will include some of his cousins in it. But
Mm.
at the moment, it's hard to tell.
I mean, the first the first cousin, if they do add some of his cousins, the first one I'd like to see them try and do is Sparky, who was experiment number 221, because he was the first one to be activated
True,
legally through the original
but
movie before they did the whole series of episodes.
yeah. But considering of how many live actions as yet, I mean, even the some of those other movies that were supposed to be made, um, so, wait, what? Let's see here. Live action feature film adaptation sort of soon entered development July 2015. Writing script, serving producer January 2018 was announced. The director the next month was revealed the film would premiere exclusively as Disney Plus. And later September, well, this person joined the served as a production designer. December, however, in March 2024, it was revealed the project may not be happening time soon. So it turned out that Sword Stone may not even be live action for any time soon. As because as earlier, there was actually listed on the stores that might if was gonna be made, included Hunchback of Notre Dame. But yeah, and Pocahontas 2019 uh defer it said suggested a feature film would not have a live action adaptation in near future
Mm.
since remaking Pocahontas would likely be impossible to do modern sensitivity. And there were and a live action of Notre Dame as was announced in 2019 and script was written, produced by Josh Gad, David Hopperman, and Todd Lieberman, based on elements from both animated
Mm.
films and Victor Hugo's novel. So apparently, it seems that even the word announced for a live action spin off of Snow White called Rose Red, supposed to be based on Snow White and her sister. Yeah, there is an actual book about her as a sister, Rose Red. No joke. Even the Brother Grimms did write that story, so it's not a lie. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this Little Stitch is gonna turn out. I mean, I love the original series, and in fact, I did like some of the movies they did. But I'm just going to, and even though like Moana is gonna be having her own live action, I can tell right now, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is confirmed to be the role as Moai as at the demigod in the movie. But if
I
you've
mean,
seen
it is
trailer,
fair because he was the one voicing him.
yeah,
Mm.
but if you've seen trailers of the supposed to be official trailers of that movie, the live action Moana on YouTube, yeah, they are complete fan made because the
Yeah, I know that.
movie because like I said, the movie isn't set to be released in 2026. So that's 2 years from
Oof.
now. Yeah. So why would they somehow, if they're even announced it's going to be a movie of that, a live action, and suddenly releasing an official trailer, and they realize, and then mention it, oh yeah, the movie is released in 2026. So why would they release a trailer of a movie that's even supposed to be released within the next 2 years? If
Yeah,
there was
that's
for the
true.
next, if there was on with the next 2 months, or maybe within the next 2 to 4 months, or maybe between 2 and 3 months. Okay, in that point of view, fine, and that's understandable. Or if it's just when 1 or 2 months, makes perfect sense. But making a trailer, an actual official trailer of the movie being released within the next 2 years, when it's not being released, set set to release in 2 years. So why would
Yeah.
that anyone so crazy enough to release an official trailer, and it's supposed, and the movie weren't supposed to be being released for the next 2 years? And when people seeing that in the trailer, like, did I see that right? 2026, but it's 2024. So we had to be waiting 2 years. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, that would be
yeah,
really annoying, bro.
that would have been annoying, and a lot of things can change during that time. The movie could eventually be scrapped entirely. I mean, the company that, let's say, like, if Disney makes this movie, and when it, a lot of things could happen during the 2 years. Like, the whole company could eventually get bankrupt, and all the projects that have been worked on, that's already is already finished, just being waited to be released, like on the movie theaters or streaming service. What if they actually been bought up by any other companies, or all of those projects had been scrapped entirely? That means like millions of dollars, thousands of hours in work in that.
Hmm.
Think about it. I mean, it was very close that Disney couldn't even, when it could have been bankrupt when they made Disney, because Disney were originally put a lot of their resources in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm
Though,
saying,
but they don't just do the live action remakes. There are still other movies coming out like Wish. That one was good.
I mean, yes, true. I mean, it's so far. I mean, even Moana, that movie was released 2016, so there's gonna be a live action movie on that one. And you know what? It's
But
10 when that movie when the live action movie is being released. It marks 10 years anniversary for that movie when it first came out. Because the first original was released 2016. So when the live action coming out over the next 2 years, that means 10 years apart. So in a sense, I hadn't even seen that movie at all. And you
you
know
haven't
what?
seen Wish?
No, I have seen clips from it. And get this. It's in the Moana's name in English. It's Moana. But in Swedish, it's not even Moana at all. It's spelled Vaina. I think this is how it's spelled.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how it's spelled. How they literally mention the name. And the movie Frozen in my country, it's not even said Frozen. It says Frost.
Oh,
Yeah, and Frozen
oh
actually
boy.
though,
Though I can't imagine how many like Disney fans are gonna be upset if they do a live action of Let It Go.
I wouldn't be though. Um, I get this though. Frozen 3 and 4 is planned. Third
Wait.
is the development. They're planning two more,
Oh.
but but when happening the third movie though, I have no idea what's even gonna happen. Like,
uh,
literally have no clue. And you know, the
Yeah.
first movie, Hans was the main villain, and the second,
Yeah. Though it was
well, it
kind
was.
of. Though.
So yeah, we have no idea what's gonna happen in the third movie though. Um, think, I think I read that Frozen 2 was released 2019. I literally went to in on that on it. I thought I did see that uh on the movie theaters with my second oldest niece, and Frozen 3 is said to be released in 2026. And if I remember,
Not in 2026.
yeah, the third one, but
Wow.
the fourth might be, if I remember correctly, it might be being released in 27 or 2028.
Yeah.
So,
So what if Elsa was gonna be the villain in the third one? That would be kind of a interesting twist.
like brainwashed, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see who's gonna continue in this bad guy that one. And I mean, even Zootopia is having the sequel being developed right now as well. I mean, back when the first movie was being released, there were talk about second and the third movie being developed. But eventually, as the year came and went, there were no signs of any further updating about the sequel. But now, only about a year ago or so, they announced officially so Zootopia 2 is development. So we who all of us here have been seeing the first movie
Yeah.
and seeing other the Frozen 1 and 2. All we can do right now is just wait and see what it will bring us for amusement. So yeah,
I
and
kind of haven't seen Utopia, honestly.
yeah, you can probably see on the Disney Plus though.
I don't have Disney Plus. I
Anyways,
don't have any of the channels.
well, I mean, I can say right now there is websites online that you can probably see movies for free. I have I at least know one site that you can see TV shows and movies for free. A slight The only side problem is that if you've been watching the movie and if you click to the deposit, it's suddenly an ad will show up at a new tab when an ad will pop up.
Mm.
If you go if you close that one down and go back to pause the movie, it probably will show you at least two or three ads, and that happened repeatedly.
Uh,
So, but I'm saying there might even be some websites out there that you can see movies for completely free. I mean,
yeah.
so but I probably should end the stream here. Whoa.
I mean, it has been 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Yeah, I just noticed that more than it was three and a half
Yeah,
hours.
but
And
I mean,
anyways,
also before we head off, I also said I had thing of just figuring out what you guys would probably be as Disney characters. That was also in comments.
hmm.
Um,
Could it be where I was thinking of doing Hangman afterwards? I mean, if you still want to do that.
I mean, technically, I'm already a Disney character, kind of,
Yeah,
but just an alternate version, in universe
the
version.
little whiny character.
I'm not whiny.
um, Swish.
Anyways, hmm?
With the Disney character parts, I could see myself as Casey Jr., the train from Dumbo. Um, Kovu, I, I'm taking a risk with this.
It's Kovo.
With Kovu, I would say the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland because his hair reminds
Oh,
me of
I'm not
the
that
Mad Hat.
crazy, but thank you.
I'm just saying, be honest.
Oh, I can see
I
one of the
mean,
things.
technically, if
I
I'm
mean,
the Mad Hatter, it means I'm getting played by Johnny Depp, so that works for me.
I can
And
see.
that really
I
won't,
can
but
see. I can see Roy as
T- Could
Mushu.
I? I was. Could I have finished? Um, I could see game guy as Timothy Q. Mouse because he's a good standing up to his friend's character as well. Um, Brony, I'm taking a risk with Brony. I would say King Triton.
Who?
Um, Ariel's mother from Little Mermaid, you dummy.
Well, I
Or your
haven't seen
father.
it.
Eh.
Um, shoot. um, Cody, maybe Jimmy Cricket, Pinocchio, that
Oh,
one. Swedish. Oh boy, maybe Robin Hood, the '73 version, that one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I'd probably see it.
And Roy as I could probably see Roy as Bagheera. That's just
Bagheera.
honesty.
I hope.
What?
Bagheera the Panther.
Huh?
Yes.
Yep, that's who he's talking about.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, Ka. That's also
Um,
who I could
I
see
mean,
you as Kovu.
I do
I
have
guess
hypnotic gaze, but
I can see I can see Cootie as Shere
That
Khan.
was the worst pronunciation of hypnotic I've ever heard in my life.
Anyways, I should probably end here. So, well, everyone has been fun. Even they went a little longer than I originally planned for. So yeah, and for next topic, yeah, since
It's a random
people
choice
like
because we don't know yet.
yeah, since this was supposed to originally be Kim Possible stream, but I did change it to Lord of the Rings. So since the game guy didn't win, so I will let them know pick out the next topic. Well, I mean, I do in fact have I can just open that document up and give him the list of the current options being picked from. It's yeah, it's a number, except for one of them, it's not, which is it's based on a movie. I haven't actually given that a review since I really haven't seen it. It's like the first time I saw it was wow, gonna be in 20 plus years, something like that. I only seen it once, but it was so good as a Disney movie. But this is the list of how the things that you can be choose from, and I can see right one thing. Titan AE, The Day After Tomorrow, Small Soldiers, and Lost in Space are movie quiz. It's two parts, and each part is with 81 questions. I will manage to pull out to at least get two parts. And I'm not even trying to get the third part because, yeah, let's say it's probably even get that much. I was lucky enough to even get two part of that. So I'll
Uh,
let game guy decide from which next to do next. Uh, I don't know if SCP Foundation. Oh, I don't think that one had even been updated yet. I'm not sure.
When you say Avatar, you mean like the Last Airbender or the Blue People?
Uh, the Avatar movies that would be like James Cameron's, but those blue aliens.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay, that's who you get. Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna let him decide for what he
mm,
wanted to do. I mean, he doesn't have to do focus. He doesn't have to decide right now. He can just let me know later on. Since I probably won't be able to do a stream, next game show stream, since yeah, I have only like a few hours left. give or take. I think
Uh
since
oh.
the next one isn't. Yeah, I won't be really reset until next Sunday. So
Whoopsie.
yeah, and I
You mean
think
this Sunday or the other Sunday?
next Sunday, next week,
Oh, okay.
and I might be able to do if there's only like 1 hour left on next. If there's maybe 2 hours left of this until next week, I might be able to smash a pass. In fact, I have found at least a handful of new pictures that we can use. So, and how many in this one? Since the last one was about 100, well, at least 100 plus. So I think maybe 90 or 80. That depends. But for now, that's all I can say.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So,
Hold on. Swedish. Maybe you could try to use Lion Guard characters too.
well, I don't usually. I mean, I don't just use humans or humanoid as a character. Not at all. I mean, I can use characters from different franchises. I'm just. I can say right now, I have a list of one potential ones. Overwatch female characters, both male, both villains and good guys, including for Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man. So I will try to find some Marvel characters, some X-Men characters. It's it depends on I can find a good ones. I mean,
Oh,
it would not be. I mean, it's not what it's not the same thing as be using the same characters over and over. Eventually, pass, smash, pass, super smash, super pass. Like
and
that.
the curiosity of
I
gay
mean,
guys commentary.
I mean, I mean, if you would do the same smash and pass with the same exact characters, maybe not the
Alright,
same
sorry.
order, it would be really, really bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like so. Try to refresh me some new ones, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
What? Oh. Oh.
Anyways,
Give me
I
that.
should probably end here. So nearly past 3.5 hours. So until next time, people. This is Fish Diablo signing off. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Ta ta.
Well, well, bye. I
And if you say
guess.
Trump, if you say Trump or Biden, run and hide. For goodness sake. Oh man, politics sucks bad. And like I said right now, if I was American, I would not have even voted for not either of those. And I would not even vote for either Kamala Harris or Trump.
I got a
That
good
just
one. And if you see Cory the Dark Hawk, brace yourself for an earthquake.
huh. I mean, the reason why I would even vote for none of those is just for a reason I had not followed the politics at all. I don't even followed too much of the election these days, and
Me neither.
yeah, I mean it's the same thing for when this Sweden's
Honestly, the only
election.
American I would vote for as president would be Gang Guy.
Probably. I mean, if there was like Sweden's politics or election, I don't even follow those either. And in fact, yeah, basically it's that. And I mean,
But yeah,
if I became American, I would not be able to stand. I would not couldn't even stand up as a president due to the fact the constitutional laws for that.
Yeah.
You had to be born in the country. You had to be at least 35 or older. If you're 20 years old American, you cannot be in so that. So yeah, this is my final goodbye for today at least. So see you all next time, which is
and
next
goodbye.
week.
And goodbye.
Bye.